travelers. Welcome to tonight's episode of Will of the Dice presents Bloodlines. I'm Tyr the DM, he, him. I am the world's okayest DM. I wore the shirt to prove it. And I will be your guide tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. We do have some announcements and introductions before we get started. First and foremost, we are for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Secondly, we are in no way, shape, form affiliated or associated with any TTRPG creators, publishers, and manufacturers. We're just a group of friends come together to play our game and share it with you. That being said, we will go to Locke.
Hi, gamers. I'm Locke Clark, and I'm here to talk to you tonight about our partners in this endeavor, Level Up Dice, fine purveyors of luxury dice for all your sexy dice needs. Look, the past few weeks, I've told you about some spooky dice, told you about some other dice. Really, it's spooky season. Just go check out what's in the shop. There are spooky dice, like full-on spooky dice. There are medium spooky dice, and there are pastel goth dice. And if none of those appeal to you, go look at the other stuff, because there's a lot of cool stuff there. And to do all of that, you're going to go through our portal because it makes us look good, and you want us to look good. And that portal is https://bit.ly/L, Will of the Dice, all one word. That's bit.ly/LUD, Will of the Dice. Go check those out. Also, we would like to thank the musicians who have provided music for tonight's show. They make our experience better. They make your experience better. They make the whole show much cooler. And those musicians are Michael Gelfi. They are Kevin MacLeod. They are Jeff Farber. They are Dwergar. And they are our very own Patrick Taylor. Thanks, Peculiar Patrick.
Thanks, Vance. All right, Alice.
Hi, everyone. We at Will of the Dice do not encourage the use of nicotine products such as vaping, cigarettes, and cigars. Nicotine is an addictive substance, and we want you all to be happy and healthy. Though some of us may be users of such products, we do not encourage their use. If you already do use and are looking to quit or are trying to quit, there are resources out there, and we do encourage and support you in that endeavor. I quit, you can too.
All right, there's our announcements. Let's get some introductions.
Hi again. I'm Alice, she, her. I remembered this time right off the bat. And tonight I will be playing Winter, also she, her. A half tabaxi, half orc, leaning heavily on the tabaxi side with gray blue fur and brilliant blue eyes. She's a bit promiscuous, but that kind of happens when you grow up in a brothel. And she's just sort of tired of getting jerked around at this point. Whether it's getting woken up ass early in the morning, getting tranquilized while she's on guard duty, getting lied to by mages. She's just kind of tired of it all. And you can find me on Twitter at Cap'n Cupcake.
Hi, everybody. I'm Christina, she, her, playing Tiami Frostmane, also she, her, 6'2" Minotaur princess, who's realizing that life in the world is actually a little more rough than maybe she anticipated. And you can find me at Twitter at TMWhiskerschool.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Patrick. I'm just going to continue to change my background every time because I think that's just fun. Anyway, I am the he, and I am playing Shrews, a he-him Luxodon, slightly shorter than most Luxodons, but his mom is Daraj, the really cool person that helped save the world last campaign. And he's on like a, chance to go see the world. He wants to see it all, do it all, drink it all, do it all, and not necessarily in that order. And he's realizing that maybe it's a little harder to be a hero than he first thought. And you can find me on Twitter at Peculiar Patrick.
Hey everybody, I'm Ren Matley, she, her, and tonight I'm going to be voicing Kalira, also she, her, a 2'8" halfling in appearance, but with gnomish ears, with little fangs where her canine teeth should be, and curly, vibrant purple hair and bright blue eyes. Kalira has always had this super, chipper, excited outlook on everything, and the last several days have left her so overwhelmed and uncertain about everything that she's kind of just barely holding it together at the moment, but she's determined. And you can find me over on Twitter at Ren_Matley. Totally blanked.
Hi, gamers. I'm still Locke Clark, and tonight I will be playing Atreus Ironclaw Nixon. I am a he/him, so is Atreus. And Atreus is a shifter with tawny-colored fur. His hair is almost a mohawk, skater mohawk, pulled back in a ponytail, and then longer. He's got longer, sort of mutton chop fur on the sides of his face. He's got a set of goggles he wears some of the time. The rest of the time, they're up on his forehead. And he's got a fully prosthetic right arm that is bronze in color, and he's got a pet mechanical dog named Pork Pie. And you can find me on the Book of Faces and the Twitter Patients at Lock Unruly. That's Lock with an H.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Before we begin, are there any last requests?
Not
Yeah.
the face.
Who are
No,
you?
but I have a really weird question pop into my mind.
Okay.
If a trans man who still has breasts is topless, does it count because they're technically male nipples?
I do not know.
I think it depends on the state you're in.
Oh,
That said, free the nipple.
you can find me on Twitter at tier_the_DM. As always, tonight's safe word is porcelain. And do we have any last requests before we begin?
Not the fur.
face.
Hi, Mom.
When last we left the party, they had made it to the King's Steps, the palace where Tiami grew up and where Kalira had visited more than once. There they spoke with one of Kalira's fathers, Physic, along with King Tarios and Princess Duna. After a harrowing ordeal to save the queen, I forgot that part, didn't I? That the queen was kidnapped by Lucius and you all had to save her. Anyway, got some information that you all are the party that has to find a way to open the Evernight without sacrificing the lives of the heritage of those that came before and of the heroes of the 12, so that the others can find a way to kill Vashka. You are also given the task of traveling to the Ragnakarn Mountains on Sharkandor to find a keep where a Death Knight supposedly once lived, where supposedly one of the Stones of Power resides. We are taking liberties. I've allowed the party to go ahead and do their shopping and everything. It is the next day. It is 3 days until the start of the Feast of Ever Saints. A knock will come on your door, Tiami.
Yes, enter.
Your father, King Tarios Frostmane, will enter, looking concerned.
Oh, what's wrong, Daddy?
We cannot give you an airship.
Oh,
I
okay.
cannot go into details as of now, but they are rumors, and if these rumors were true, well, it would be grave. I have spoke with Wilhelm, since I am not allowed to directly intercede in your spirit quest. He has provided you passage on the merchant ship the Siren Song.
Okay. I trust Wilhelm, so it won't be as quick, but it'll probably be more subtle.
Your carriage leaves within the hour.
Okay, I'll let the others know. Thank
He
you, Daddy.
will move to you, taking your face between his hands, looking into your eyes, a myriad of emotion that is so jumbled that it's hard to read exactly what is going through. Just remember, my child, if anything were to happen, you are loved beyond the love that has ever been known. And will kiss your brow.
She's gonna tear up and look back at him and say, and remember the same. I know what I'm doing is dangerous, but it has a purpose. And I love you and Mother both.
We know you do, child. We know you do. He'll smile, give you a little pat, turn and leave.
Oh, you're going to take care of Casimir while I'm gone, right?
Of course, Casimir will be well taken care of.
Okay. She's gonna pet Casimir because she's spending all the time with him until they leave.
Servants will come to the rest of your quarters, letting you know that your departure is within an hour to Port Hope, but they do not give any more details than that.
Thank you. That's very kind.
Atreus is not in his quarters. He's in the library.
Okay.
Atreus is doing research. He's looking for any information that the Minotaur Library has on the making of Warforged or spirit transference.
You find general books on the creating of Warforged, the theories. You don't find any on the actual practices. And when you ask about spirit transference, you're told that is in the forbidden section and they cannot grant you access.
Oh, Atreus totally tries to sneak in.
Okay. I'm not going to have you roll because this library is guarded by magic. So if you're trying to sneak in, you will be caught.
That's fine.
And taken to jail. Okay. So what are the rest of you doing?
If Atreus isn't there when the servants are trying to tell everybody, Tammy will have sent somebody to go try to find him, since we only have an hour.
Winter will be in the training yard. She can be teaching some stuff to Shariz if he would like.
Oh yeah, he'd probably go and find somebody to go hang out with for the hour. He'd probably take the first 15 minutes to pray to the ancients and be like, "Thanks guys for getting me this far, and that was really kind of scary back there, and I'm really glad that things seem to be going really well, and I just hope that you continue to protect me and my friends. And now I'm gonna go find my other friends now. Okay, bye." And then he'd go and find Winter and spar.
Kalira is actually in her room. She's got a large steamer trunk, and she is packing it full of all her things, going through her checklist, making sure she's got everything she wanted to get before leaving the city. Probably grumbling about not being able to get certain potion ingredients or something to make certain things she wanted to do, but happy with what she's got. She finally finishes packing it. She closes the lid and touches the lock, and it shrinks down small, and she sticks it in her bag.
All right. The hour ends, and all of you but Atreus are gathered.
Where the hell is the fuzzy guy?
I was just wondering the same thing.
So Tammy's going to try to call one of the servants over and ask if anybody has been able to locate him.
He left. When did Atreus leave? That morning, or?
Oh yeah, it would have been that morning.
He left this morning, Your Highness. We have not seen him since.
Oh, that's not good.
I swear if he tried to get himself arrested again.
You have to try to get arrested? I thought people just arrested you.
That's a good. Can one of you go over to the jail and see if he's there?
Yes, Your Highness.
Thank you.
They'll be gone about 10 minutes, and we'll come back. Yes, he is there.
Awesome. Awesome.
Winter just heaves a sigh and rolls her eyes in the most dramatic way possible.
All right. Tiami's gonna look for like the highest ranking guard that she can find that's like not the royal guard, not watching mom and dad, but and try to see if they could work some magic to get Atreus out.
Give me a persuasion check.
18?
The guard will leave and return with Atreus in tow. He will say to you in Minotaur, if any of you speak Minotaur, you'll be able to translate it. He was caught trying to sneak into the forbidden areas of the library.
You probably thought that was fun. That was stupid. Okay, well, we're leaving town, so
It'd be best if you do.
can we consider him released into my custody? Would that work? And she's responding back in Minotaur. Okay.
We will use that route. And hopefully your father will not be too put off.
As long as we can delay telling him about such a small incident, it would probably be best.
It is not a small incident, Your Highness. You know as well as I do it carries the penalty of death.
Yeah?
Tiami, why do you look so concerned?
Ironclaw?
Yeah.
So, you're basically on probation with me. Don't go anywhere.
For what? Trying to read a book?
We'll
We're trying to save the goddamn world.
We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later.
Through this entire conversation, because Kalira speaks Minotaur, she's just kind of looking at Atreus with a disappointed look.
So Tiami's gonna go back in Minotaur and thank the guard and ask the servants if we can move this along.
They have been waiting. The carriage is already packed and ready to go. They have been waiting on you all. So they are absolutely thrilled to make a hasty exit. Actually, Tiami, you will notice that they're overly thrilled to be leaving the city, which you will find odd considering it is almost the feats of Eversaints. And this journey will take you 3 days to get to Port Hope. So they'll be missing the opening ceremony.
That is very strange. So as we're walking, Tiami's going to look at Kalira and ask her in Minotaur, do you notice that they're behaving strangely too? Seem a little excited to be leaving. This isn't usually a time people want to leave the city.
I know, usually the festival is everybody's favorite. Especially the fireworks. I like the fireworks.
The fireworks are the best part.
Mm-hmm. Explosions and entertainment. It's best. But yeah, they do seem awfully eager to get going.
Right?
Do you think they know something we don't know?
I don't know. Father was kind of cagey about why plans changed. I think we should just keep an eye out and an ear out.
Yeah, probably for the best.
Meanwhile, in Orc, Atreus is talking to Winter. This is total bullshit. Like, they said it was a forbidden area of the library, and then I couldn't go in there to read. But like, I was trying to find information on the, stupid prophecies of the end of the world and how to stop it. And so I tried to go in, and then suddenly I'm on my back, and they're locking my hands and taking me to fucking jail. It's bullshit. We're supposed to save the world. How are we supposed to save the world if books are hidden from us?
Well,
Tammy's
you remember... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go on first.
Well, you know how hard it was for them to get anything, for our parents to get anything done. I mean, the one thing that our parents really, really needed back in the emerald or whatever it's called, the sapphire. I don't fucking know. I don't know elves. Sorry.
So when they have this little conversation, Tammy's gonna stop and turn around to Atreus and respond in Orc. Yeah, the penalty is death. I just saved your ass.
For trying to read. See, look. This is
Yeah.
the problem. No one remembers anything about Vashka because people hide fucking books. This is exactly why we're in this situation.
You're preaching to the cleric of the god of knowledge. Gotcha.
Bullshit. Your father should do better. I'm going to write him a strongly worded letter or something.
Once we leave, you do that.
In common, Shariz just goes, "It'd be really cool to understand what y'all are fucking saying. But that's okay. You could just leave me out like I usually am. I'll just look out the window."
Oh shit, he cussed.
Kalira's just going to look at Shariz.
Basically, Atreus really screwed up, tried to get into a section of the library he wasn't supposed to be in, and they were going to kill him, but Tiami took custody of him instead.
Well, I guess that
And
wasn't
he's
that
just
important.
ranting about it.
It's bullshit.
I guess that wasn't that important.
And the carriage will get underway. It is slow going through the city as the travelers that are coming for the Feast of Eversaints are clogging the thoroughfares as they are cramming into the city. After an hour or so, you make it past the gate proper and on your way to Port Hope. Tiami, since you're the Minotaur Princess, you get to roll a d6.
Hey. Who?
The first day you make good time and is very uneventful.
We like to hear that.
You all set camp? That was a
Yep.
question. I didn't inflect
Yes.
it correctly.
Yeah.
Hey, when we stop, Tammy's gonna be like, "Oh, by the way, I picked up some tents. I'm not really sure how to put them up though." And she's gonna pull out 3 two-person tents.
No, I can help with that.
Well, I've been camping before. But I also, and he pulls out of his bag of holding another two-person tent. I also got a tent, so we could have a tent party. Woo! And then he helps set up tents.
All right. Are you posting a watch?
Absolutely.
Order, please.
Winter will take last.
Tammy will go first. That way she can get all her beauty sleep all at once.
I'll stay up with you, Tiami. It feels like sometimes we can have like more people on watches, just like to help do the time, and it's not so just one person just gets to sleep the whole time.
Yeah, I'll take whatever. I'll take a middle. That's fine.
I can do whatever is best for everyone else.
Do you want to squeeze in the middle with Atreus?
She's going to kind of get like the littlest bit of a smirk on her face.
Sure.
Oh, I should note that when Atreus got brought back by the guards, he's no longer wearing the half plate he had been wearing before. Now he's just wearing like a leather doublet, but he's wearing it open, and he's not wearing a shirt underneath it. And now his left arm has a sort of swirling, almost tribal looking, odd coloration to parts of the fur that are shimmery, almost like it's a gray, almost metal looking color, but it's just laid over. It's just done in the fur.
Kalira's kind of like looking because she's nosy. Well, curious. Or curious is more the word.
Atreus, that looks different. I don't remember seeing your arm like that before.
Yeah, I traded my armor for it.
For your arm?
For the tattoo. Although, I mean, I guess on me it's just fur coloration, but like, yeah.
Oh, Kalira's going to turn and like pull the back of her shirt down to show her shoulder, showing that blue stoat.
Is it something like mine?
Kind of. I suppose it's magic. Choose magic? Yeah, like that.
Oh, those are some pretty sick tats, y'all.
It was my dad's idea. I got it a few years ago for my creation celebration. It didn't make a lot of sense to me at the time, but now I guess it makes a lot of sense.
Wait, how does it make a lot of sense? Like, what does it do?
It protects me.
How?
Well, like, I'm little and wearing armor is really hard for me because it makes it hard to move around and do what I need to do, and this gives me protection instead of wearing armor.
Yeah, that's what this one does too.
That's pretty sick.
The cool part about this is that, like, when I turn into a wolf or a bear or something, I can't wear armor. Armor does me no good, but this still works when I'm a bear.
Makes sense.
Y'all are complicated.
Kalira's going to pull a small box out of her bag, set it down off to the side, lean in and whisper a word to it in halfling, and it's going to pop up to a full-size steamer trunk. Just open it up, take out a couple of tools and a couple of other things, and start tinkering on a bracer that looks like it's made of steel, linking, in other words, splints.
What are you working on over there?
Oh, I'm just putting the finishing touches on this thing my dad and I made before I left. We'd been working on it in his lab, but Da said I didn't need something like that when I was going to the school, so I left it behind. But Dad brought it to the palace for me.
Oh, well, that's pretty cool.
How'd you get the trunk to do that?
Oh, Dad found it in Wilhelm's shop.
Good old Uncle Wilhelm.
It's hard for me to carry a whole lot of stuff because I'm not very big, and a lot of my supplies are really heavy, especially like my vials and my Bunsen burner and my beakers and all my other supplies for making potions and things.
Blasting powder.
Well, the blasting powder doesn't weigh too much.
No, it depends
However,
on how
the
much you
metal-
got.
All the little metal bits for making things like my explosive jewelry, that does get kind of heavy.
Well, that's pretty cool. I didn't realize you needed blasting power. I've got some.
And he like reaches into his bag of holding and pulls out like a little packet. He's like, if you need some, I think they're kind of fun because you could just like throw them on the ground and they'll like pop or whatever. But like, I've never really seen anything else done with them. So maybe you'll have better use for them than I will.
Oh, there's lots of things you can make with blasting powder.
She'll take off one of her acorn-shaped earrings and hand it to you.
Do you remember when I threw one of these at the Hindelmeyer Gala?
Yes.
But he looks like he completely doesn't know. He does not remember.
They explode.
Whoa. He hands it back to you.
She just puts it back on, nonchalant.
Most of the things I make explode at some point, even my chalk.
just
He
says-
had that up his nose.
Yeah, that's why I was glad he didn't break it.
Riz has a very concerned look on his face when he hears the everything I make usually explodes.
Well, not everything I make, just my favorite things. I really like explosions.
At least your nose didn't explode, Shiraz.
I don't want to think about that.
Well, it's more of a fireball than an explosion, but you know.
Now I really don't want to think about that.
Hey, at least you're clean.
I mean, I did take a bath today.
Tyr, is there anyone else with us, like the drivers or anybody else?
The drivers and the servants, but they're off to themselves.
Okay. Once tents are up and we set camp, Kalira is going to take out a little spool of wire and she is going to make a perimeter around the camp that is crap. I gotta find it.
I believe it's 20 foot.
Shoot, I goofed up and forgot to set my spells for the morning. I meant to before we left the palace. So I guess I don't have it ready since I didn't get my spells set for the morning. Shit.
What could go wrong?
No. So never mind. I forgot to do it on my character sheet, so.
So do y'all settle in?
Yeah, have dinner, just settle in.
Yep.
All
Would you
right.
not let Shiraz pick the food tonight?
No, it's not my turn. It's somebody else's. That's why I was getting ready to ask. What's for dinner? What's for dinner?
Oh, wait, I got this one. Tuna mac and cheese. It was something cheap that Mom could make at the orphanage on a large scale for everybody. It's like comfort food.
I do like tuna. And I like cheese.
Atreus, some of us, I think, are vegetarian, right?
And he looks to Tiami.
I just don't eat beef.
That's like vegetarian, right?
I don't eat dairy either, though, so that's okay. She's just gonna pull out some, like, dried fruit that she has in her bag.
Oh, I mean, look,
It-
hold on.
no, it-
Can we scoop out
it-
some bowls? Now we can do. I don't.
Chicken
think
lemongrass couscous soup.
And so it is.
I'm gonna have some of that.
Thank you. I wasn't trying to be difficult. You really don't want to be around me if I have dairy, though.
If
Mother said I had a
anything
very
like the
difficult
story-
childhood.
It's anything like the story I heard about your dad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Kalira just looks back and forth between them, confused, and shrugs. Goes back to eating her mac and cheese.
Okay, so this one time, this guy named Pants came across a pitcher that could make any beverage you want. And he was like, cucumber sandwich milk. And it made cucumber sandwich milk. And Tiami's dad drank it. And then immediately had to pull over the carriage to throw up.
And that's how they all got arrested and sent to Glandamere.
Yeah.
Pants?
And then
Well,
Pants
that-
nearly died from a rat.
Well, that took an unexpected turn.
From what I remember of the stories of Pants from my mom, he was a very unexpected turn kind of guy.
He really was. I think Pants was my favorite.
I mean, I'm biased.
I mean, like, my mom's cool, but, like, I really love the stories of Pants as a kid. Funnily enough, not Akatosh as much. Pants.
So we're
Weird. I've got the stories of Akatosh before he was dragon again. So it was kind of.
What were
I'm
you saying?
confused.
Sorry, I was trying to give Kalira room to talk.
So Pants was a warforged. He was like a metal dude, right? But then it turned out that like his soul was really an ancient warrior, one of the crew from the Sword of Hope, like the people who locked away Vashka originally, and then like he was inside the metal construct body so that he could heal from a grievous wound he had suffered, and then like eventually the construct body just broke apart and fell away, and he was restored to being a full dragonlith dude.
Oh.
But he's in the floaty city and he like saves people still. Otherwise, I'd ask him about Vashka, but you can never find him. He's always busy saving people.
The floaty city? You mean Dragonclaw? I remember my dad
Yeah,
telling
that's
me
it.
about it.
Yeah, he'd come by the orphanage every once in a while. Mom was always kind of weird when he was around, though.
I think until it's time to sleep, we're just gonna kind of like trade stories of the heroes until people go to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, Atreus is gonna let Pork Pie rest until it's time for us to sleep, and then he's gonna set Pork Pie on guard while we run our watches.
Well, watches are always running if the battery doesn't die.
Bump.
Ironclaw.
Yeah.
So, like, when he's on patrol, is he like a service animal, and you're not supposed to pet him?
I mean, like, he's gonna help guard the camp. Like, try not to distract him too much. But yeah, I guess you could pet him, sure.
Okay, I just wasn't sure what the protocol was. Thank you.
We haven't really like, I don't know, like, use your best judgment. All right.
Okay.
So where does everyone want to sleep?
Well, somebody can sleep in my tent if they want, because I won't sleep there first.
Well, we
Your
got
pick.
what? How many tents did we get?
I had 3 and he had 1, so we have 4.
I don't
Alright.
mind. I don't mind sharing with anybody.
I don't mind sharing.
I'm small. I can fit pretty much anywhere.
Whatever one's empty when I'm off watch is what I'll crawl into. I'm not picky.
Kalira's gonna giggle when you say that.
Yeah.
Tim is just gonna kind of wink at you.
Atreus?
Yeah.
If it's okay with you, I've gotten kind of used to sharing space. If it's okay with you.
Absolutely fine with me. I don't mind a snuggle buddy.
So Kalira will share with Atreus for the night.
Okay.
Hey, if you ever need any special tea, just let me know.
Oh, I don't really need it.
Okay. With everyone asleep but those on guard, I need those on guard to please roll a perception check.
I got a 21.
16 for me.
Your shift passes quietly.
Oh shoot, I don't remember. Who are we supposed to wake up next?
Atreus and Kalira, and they're in one tent, so it's easy.
Oh, perfect. Okay, well, it seems like their tent is right next to yours, and mine is right here. So I'm gonna go to sleep now. Um, thank you for staying up with me, and may the ancients watch out for us while we sleep. Okay, great.
Now go
Bye.
to bed.
All right. So Tiami will go over and like knock on the cloth and then open the tent. Hey, hey,
Yeah. Time?
it's
Okay.
it's your shift, yeah.
Cool.
It was uneventful. And soon she'll go climb into her tent.
What?
Come on, time for watch.
Okay. Hmm. Good, you can see in the dark.
Yeah. I can see just fine. Pork pie will let us know if anything's coming. Right, boy? Boy.
All right, perception checks, please.
Tyr, do I need to make mine with disadvantage?
Yes.
That's what I thought. Okay, so first one's that. First roll's actually the lower of the two. I have a 19.
I have a 12.
Kalira, you could have swore that you saw glowing orbs in the tree line, akin to eyes, for just the briefest of moments.
She's going to kind of grab Atreus by the arm, staring in the direction where she saw it and trying not to take her eyes off of it, pulling on his shirt. Or, well, I guess it's not his shirt anymore, but kind of pulling on him, pulling on his arm.
Oh, what?
Did you see that?
See what?
There was something like a little glowing orb and like maybe eyes or something up in the trees.
Oh. No, I didn't see it. I'll turn and look in the direction, see if I see anything with my dark vision.
There's nothing there.
I don't see anything, Bitey.
Maybe I'm seeing things.
Or whatever it is, vanished. We'll keep a better eye out, though.
Okay.
She's going to just scoot a little closer.
And the rest of your shift will pass without incident.
Go and wake Winter. Hey, it's your turn. Bitey thought she saw something in the trees, eyes or something.
If I get tranked again, I'm gonna kill something.
Oh, you got pork pie with you, so.
All right, Winter, as you settle in for your watch, I need a perception check, please.
Oh, I don't think that's gonna be very good. Yeah, no, that's an 8.
Everything seems fine. And your shift will pass without incident.
Alright. Once morning rolls around, she will dismantle and then reassemble the cauldron. That way they can have breakfast, because it made 2 meals last night.
Okay.
Tiami's an early riser, so she's going to start her prayers.
Kalira is up and tinkering with her tools and her book and preparing her spells for the day.
Okay.
Doris is doing his 15 minutes of prayer to his ancient gods.
Winter is getting coffee and a continental breakfast platter.
Okay.
Atreus stays in bed until he smells coffee. And only then does he begrudgingly drag himself out of the sleeping bag and out of the bedroll out to find coffee.
Yeah, when Atreus gets up, Kalir is basically sitting there in the bedroll next to him, tinkering with stuff. Well, on her bedroll next to his.
What you got there?
Oh, I'm just getting everything ready for the day.
Cool. You want coffee?
Sure. Coffee's pretty good even without mashed potatoes.
Yeah. Atreus goes out and gets a couple of cups of coffee and brings one back to Kalira.
She'll take it and sip it while she keeps working.
Hey, Winter, how do you
Mhm.
take your coffee?
Yeah, I'm not picky with coffee.
Oh,
Ooh,
she's
ask
gonna reach.
me.
She's gonna reach in her bag and pull out some chocolate, and she's like, "Do you like it sweet?"
I could like it sweet, and she gets a bit of a smirk.
She's gonna break off a little chunk and hand it to you. This is how I
Go
like
put-
my coffee.
She go and put it in her coffee and just stir it and let it melt.
Since you did specify a little chunk, I will not make you all roll for Sugar Rush.
Little chunk.
And
Just
you know
give
how
that
I
hen
like
a
my
mocha.
You know how I like my coffee? By
Like
the
you like your
quart.
women.
Short and feisty?
I'm not gonna argue.
Kalira is focused and oblivious to this conversation.
He sure is. You drink coffee.
Shiraz finally exits out of his tent after doing prayer, going, I would love a cup of coffee. That's very nice.
How do you take it?
I just drink coffee. I don't take it anywhere. I mean, I guess I take it from the cup and I put it into my stomach. So I guess I'm taking it into my stomach?
Do you drink it straight? Like, and she's gonna show you the chocolate.
Oh boy,
like
I'd
in a
love
little-
some of that too! His nose comes over and breaks off a little piece of it and puts it into his coffee.
Do you guys want any? And she'll hold it over to Ironclaw and Clara.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Decadent.
Let's see, I have this for this, and I have that, and
Yeah, Bitey will take some too. I take a piece for Bitey and drop it in her chocolate.
Just a little, like half of the. It's gonna be like half the size of the rest of us, so it's a really little.
I break
piece.
hers in half, drop it in, drop the other half back into mine.
That's on you, then, dude.
Okay, I got a hell of a metabolism. Turning into a bear takes a lot of energy.
Just don't turn into a dog when you're eating chocolate.
That would be dangerous.
Well, I mean, chocolate's not supposed to be good for cats either.
It works out it out, you know.
All right. Your morning will conclude back into the carriage. Go ahead and roll a d6, Tiami.
Apparently, my D6 loves twos.
Another day of safe travel. Another night without incident. Another day coming. Go ahead and roll for the final.
That one's a 6.
The axle on the carriage will break. Well, my lords and ladies,
Oh,
It-
wait a second, sir. It seems you have forgotten one thing.
And Shariz will go over and wave his trunk over it and cast Mending.
that'll do it. So y'all will make it, y'all will be delayed and make it to Port Hope that afternoon instead of the morning. It is jam-packed. Airships galore. There's people arriving to head to King's Steps for the Feast of Ever Saints. The grand ceremony in just a few hours, the fireworks and the party that will be held is unlike anything that can be described. That it is just an experience that one has to live through in order to appreciate. There in dock is the Siren song.
Can we not jump on the ship this time?
Yeah,
Atreus.
yeah. All right. Fine.
Well, I mean, we'll have you right next to us this time with the seal,
Well,
presumably.
and you, because this is from Wilhelm, so
Perfect.
that should get us some clout, right?
Wait a minute. We were told we'd be taking an airship.
Yeah, Daddy said there's some disturbing rumors that he was concerned about, so plans have been changed. This is a little more low key, but it's going to take a little longer.
What kind of rumors?
He wouldn't tell me?
Well, that kind of makes me worry.
I'm tired of people not telling us shit.
Right?
I don't know. I've kind of gotten used to it.
Maybe we'll find out something on the ship. Sailors like to talk. And you seem to have a way with them, Winter. And she's going to, nudge you.
Only with the captains.
In the distance, you will hear explosion.
It wasn't me this time.
Oh. And it doesn't sound like fireworks for the festival?
Hard to say at this point.
Winter's gonna turn and look in the direction.
Tyrion, is it still daylight?
Yes. Looking in the direction, Winter, you will see a shower of sparks falling from the sky.
What was that?
In the distance.
She's gonna wait to see if there's anything else.
You'll begin to see more from where you're at, small explosions.
I'm not sure what that is. But maybe we should go to the ship?
Did they start the festival?
Mm.
It's a little
Yeah,
early.
maybe fireworks,
It
right?
doesn't usually start till nightfall.
It is at this time that the Grand Spire in Port Hope explodes, debris splintering in all directions, the airships that were docked exploding with it. I need everyone to please make dexterity saving throws to avoid falling debris.
Oh, now you roll good. Not that I'm complaining. I like it when you roll good.
Atreus,
That is 16 plus plus 2, 18.
all right. Kalira,
10.
getting from where you were standing, some of the debris slamming into your back, knocking you prone, pinning you to the ground. You will take 15 points of bludgeoning damage. Sure is.
17. And is there any way I can use my massive Luxodon strength to lift the thing off of Kalira?
When it comes your turn to do so, you may. Tiami
16.
and Winter.
Second verse, same as the first, or Tiami's verse. Also 16.
You are rattled. Your ears are ringing. It's hard to find your equilibrium as the world is spinning around you. The screams of those running in panic and fear muffled. Sure is, you may act at this time.
Oh, goodness. Oh, Kalira.
And he'll use, like, in combination with his, like, trunk and body strength, he will attempt to lift the debris off of Kalira so that she can be saved.
And Atreus will help pull her out.
How is the servant and the carriage driver? Because we still need to get our stuff on the ship, right?
They're dead. Your wagon is overturned and on fire.
Oh no!
This reminds me, I'm very happy I bought this.
He taps his bag of holding that is slung across him.
Winter is going to try and rescue some of their belongings while also, like, wiggling one of her fingers in her ear and just being like, nah.
We're gonna give this just a straight luck roll, so just a flat D20.
Here, I thought Kalira had her pack on. Oh.
Well, if you did, you did. I mean,
Other belongings like the tents though weren't in a bag.
That's fair.
I like the number 8 apparently tonight.
you're able to salvage your gear. The DC was a 5
Oh, thank goodness.
before the carriage is consumed by flame. More explosions.
So Tiami's gonna grab up the extra gear, like the tents and stuff, and be like, "Let's go."
Kalira, do you need a ride this time?
Yes, please.
Scoop on the shoulder.
So y'all heading
To
To
ship.
the dock. Yeah, to the ship.
the dock is in ratted condition. It is tucking, but with some dexterity checks, you can make it to the ship.
Should
My
I roll one
plus
since I'm
0
being
in
carried?
Dex is great.
Sorry.
Do what?
Do I need to roll one since I'm being carried?
You're being carried, so sure is yours will be with disadvantage because you're carrying Kalira.
Sorry, Shiraz.
All right, Atreus.
15.
Sure is.
That's a 3.
Tiami
1.
and Winter.
16.
Sure is, Kalira and Tiami, you are in the cold water amongst the burning debris. You will see ropes being thrown to you from the side of the ship.
I'm
Kalira,
gonna make
take
sure
this rope.
that I was gonna say I make sure Kalira has a rope and she's secured first, and then I'll grab a rope.
Y'all are hoisted aboard as the ship is trying to leave the harbor. The now evident the explosions you heard was airships exploding over King's Steps.
Oh, I guess that's what Daddy didn't want to happen to us.
Oof.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's it's real not good.
Kalira's going to look to Tiami.
You don't think it's, you know,
Talon people? Or the east-west thing.
that's what I'm afraid of.
This would be a horrible time to go to war.
It's never a good time to go to war.
As the ship finally gets through the debris, the sails catch, sailing off away from Port Hope of Teledegarios, this smoldering heap of wreckage and burning debris. Those that are watching will see the giant statues of the five gods, the visible from even this depth or this distance away from Arandos, the holy city in East Teledegarios, will fall.
Shit.
When that happens, Tiami's gonna gasp and like fall to her knees and start praying.
Tyr, I would take it that for Tiami and Kalira especially, this would be quite the shocking sight.
Yes.
No, that's not good. Oh no, my dad was still in King's Steps.
I'm sure he's with Daddy. They'll have taken steps to stay safe.
Do you think they got their majesties clear? Do you think they got them out of the city?
Or at least to somewhere safe. There's
think so.
plans for these things.
I hope so. I know how East Teledegarians feel about non-mana towers.
Well, I mean, there is that really, really cool, like, in the throne room, like, super secret place.
Tiami's just gonna look at you. Like, how do you know?
Because my dad helped find it.
Kalira and Tiami, give me insight checks.
Okay.
Tiami?
I got a 19.
16.
I need everyone but Tiami to earmuff. Tiami, a question will come to your mind. A simple question, as through the adrenaline and everything, you try to piece together possibilities of your father being safe, as your mother being safe, of is Eastern Teledegarios attacking? Those statues that fell were in Eastern Teledegarios. Why would they destroy their own statues?
Okay.
Can I bring everybody back?
Tiami's gonna start muttering to herself in Minotaur, and so you're gonna hear her go, "But that doesn't make any sense. The statues are in their east. They wouldn't attack their own statues, right?"
Kalira will reply in Minotaur.
It doesn't make sense to me either. They were almost zealot-like about their gods.
I wonder if it's the Black Talons again? None of this makes sense.
It really doesn't.
And she's gonna slowly get up from her knees.
Juris will come over and just kind of like put a hand on your shoulder as like a reassurance kind of thing. He doesn't know what to say, but he's trying to be nice and caring.
She's gonna give you that like tap your hand and like nod like thank you.
He just nods back.
Kalira's just gonna kind of sit down right where she is on the deck, and she's got her knees pulled up and is kind of holding them, and has her head down a bit, and is kind of got that 1,000-yard stare going on.
Atreus will go over and sit next to her, and he's not going to say anything. He just sits there.
While you're there, Tammy's gonna reach over and do cure wounds at 2nd level for you, and that gives you 10 hit points back.
None of this makes sense.
What doesn't make sense?
None of this. The statues. They're in East Taladegarios. The East Taladegarians are almost zealot-like about their religious beliefs. Why would they destroy the statues of their gods?
But then there's attacks here too.
Then it's not the East versus the West. It's a third party.
It could
Or somebody
something-
stirring up both.
Mhm.
Like a third party.
Concerning.
I don't know a whole lot about East Taladegarios beyond that. They kind of keep to themselves, except for when they decide they want to try and cause trouble at the wall.
There used to be like holy pilgrimages there before they were separate, right?
From what I
Isn't-
remember from my dad's telling me, they got married in Ariandod.
I think I said the city's name wrong, and I'm sorry.
I think I said it wrong. When we go on break, I'll pull up the map and look.
All of
I've got like
Taladegarios-
6 cities running through my head right now, so
That's fair.
All of Taladegarios used to be very welcoming to everybody, but the Eastern Taladegarians felt like it should be a kingdom for only Minotaur again, like it was when it was first founded. They ended up separating from the West.
they have the weird mix of religion and bigotry.
Yeah,
Mm.
not good
You say that
combination.
like those don't go hand in hand some of the time.
Like a lot of the
Unfortunately,
time.
they do.
I hope our dads are okay. And our mom, well, and your mom. And my brothers.
Aeronod is the name of the city.
Aeronod. There we go.
I mean, your dad seemed a pretty smart guy. I'm sure he's fine.
Wait, they obviously knew something was up, so hopefully they had a escape route or somewhere to hunker down at least.
I really hope so.
Kalira's going to pull out her sending stone and tap
Okay.
it.
Dad? Da? Is everyone alright? We saw the explosions. We're on the ship.
There will come no response.
That moment of hopefulness on her face will fade as no response comes, and she'll just kind of sit there holding the sending stone, staring at it.
Tammy's just going to try to put like a reassuring hand on Kalira's shoulder. Maybe there's something keeping him from answering. We have to hope for the best.
She'll just nod.
After sitting silent for a few more minutes, she'll just kind of look up at everybody.
It's probably going to be a long trip. We should probably get settled in.
Does anybody have any dragon chess sets with them?
Me
No.
too.
Oh, sweet! We could totally play after we get done settling in. If we want to like meet back in like some, I don't know ships and stuff, so like I don't know if there's like a common meeting room or wherever, but we could all meet back in there after we get settled in.
Well, let's go find out what our accommodations are. I've never been on this ship, so I don't know.
Jerez will call out to the captain.
Captain, Captain.
A stout-looking dwarf will appear. What is it, boy?
Sorry to interrupt, sir. I just was wondering, where we might be staying, the 5 of us.
You're in the ambassador suite.
Could you maybe have somebody show us? I know it's kind of like really hectic right now, and you're
Can
doing
you
a
point
really
us in
good
the right
job.
direction?
Go down the steps, down the hall. There's a big door. It says ambassador suite. You can't miss it.
Oh, perfect. Well,
Thank
thank you,
you.
sir.
And he will turn back to calling out orders. The ship trying to put as much distance between Port Hope and themselves as they can. The smoke thick and heavy. The fires visible as you sail away. Whether it's with East Taladegarios or a third party, there can be no doubt Taladegarios is at war.
If Kalira stands up, can she see over the ship's rail, or is she too short?
You can see between.
When she first gets up, she'll go over and for a couple of minutes stand looking between the rails at what's happening in the distance, before she just quietly turns and follows the others downstairs.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and take a break here. I need to make some adjustments. I am in a shit ton of pain. For those of you new joining, I'm a chronic pain patient, and sometimes we have to take more than one break. So we'll be back in 10 minutes while we get our beverages of choice, our sneaky snacks, and I handle shit. back. Thanks so much for hanging out while we took that break. Before the break, the party had traveled from King's Steps to Port Hope. They had seen the attack on the kingdom of Talidegarios, witnessed firsthand the destruction that has been wrought. And now they are aboard the Siren Song, drifting slowly away from Talidegarios. Having found their way to the ambassador's suite, a large suite consisting of two queen-size beds, a screened-off bathing area, and a large, for lack of a better word, balcony on that is on the side of the ship.
Oh, sweet. We could just, like, play Dragon Chess in here then.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's just a travel set. It's not full size. Is that okay?
That's fine. I mean, I've got big hands, and well, I mean, your hands look like they are of average size, so I feel like it's not going to be a big deal. I'm just excited to play with somebody. I haven't played with somebody since my mom.
So Tiami will find a little area to set it up.
Okay.
Atreus is going to break out his tinkerer's tools and start fiddling with pork pie.
Okay.
Kalira is looking for a table, preferably a lower one.
There's a couple of tables, but there's nothing low. It's all standard height tables.
She's going to kind of look around. Is there a chair she can stand on?
Yes.
She'll take out her trunk, open it up, start putting a handful of things up on the table, climb up on the chair, and start working on a potion.
Okay.
Winter is pulling out her painter's tools. She's gonna paint people doing their stuff in the room.
Okay.
She doesn't get to she doesn't get to practice her painting a whole lot.
Okay, so I pick my Dragon Knight to F2.
It's like my battleship. Oh wait, that's the wrong game.
I'm playing Dragon Chess. Come on, we're not playing Commanders and Sail Ships. Gosh, I haven't played that since I was a young one. I guess I'm still kind of young. I'm only 25. Did you know that?
You're older than I am.
No. Wait a second. And he'll stop and like look around the room and be like, how old is everybody?
I'm 26. I'm older than you.
Y'all, how old are you?
Kalira's focused on what she's doing.
Atreus, how old are you?
Old enough to know better than to answer that question.
Why? I mean, we're adventuring together. I'm 25. I'm like considered. I probably should even be adventuring on my own at this point. My mom was like, 25, man. You really want to go out when you're 25? I started adventuring when I was like 300. And I'm like, dang, mom, you're old. And then she bapped me in the back of my head with her trunk.
That's you too.
Kalira, I'm sorry to bother you. How old are you?
She's gonna stop. Like, have to think.
Well, I've had 23 creation celebrations, and my next one's coming up in just about a month.
That's cool. Oh, goodness, I've just realized that you're trying to paint something. I'm sorry to interrupt, but Winter, how old are you?
He hasn't gotten up from his chair. He's just like looking around the room.
I'm 30.
Wow, you're like... So, like, you're the adult here.
Tiami's gonna have her hand like she was gonna hit him if he said she was old.
Well, that's pretty cool. Um, uh, Dragon chess piece to H11.
Oh,
That's
I haven't seen that move in a while.
I guess that makes me the youngest.
I didn't realize that not knowing how old you were to not. Oh man, I can't remember what you said exactly, and I was gonna try and make a joke to make it lighthearted, but how old are you then?
17.
You could
You're
go like.
almost half my age. God.
Shifters age differently. We don't have as long a lifespan as some of you.
Oh, for
Like,
real?
I left home at 10. I've been out on my own adventuring since I was 10.
Oh,
He's
for real?
like the adult, relatively speaking.
That's wild. I'm sorry. I just like years don't really like. I culturally it just is not a. Wow. So like, how old do you like usually live to?
60 if we're lucky.
Wow. I'm like a third of your lifespan already.
Yeah.
That means I'm the adult.
While you're talking, Tiami's going to do this fancy move on the board. Take your piece.
Oh, that was a good move right there.
Winter specifically paints a baby binky in Shariz's mouth.
Give me a performance check.
Okie dokie. What is my performance anyway? Hey, I do have a bonus in it. Ha! 19!
It is a beautiful work of art, and there in his mouth is a baby binky.
Loxodon size, too.
By the way, for the record, what it looks like for Atreus is he's sitting cross-legged on the floor, and he's got pork pie laying on his back, belly up, and he's just like got some tools and he's tinkering. And every once in a while, he hits a spot, and you see the back leg go, and then he keeps checking the notes in the notebook that he's got laid out next to him, and then going back and tinkering some more.
Hey, that's a pretty good. Hey, wait a second. That's a pretty good painting.
Thanks.
Evening will come. You will hear the cabin boy walking the halls, ringing the bell, announcing that it's time for the common meal.
We should probably go do that. Putting the cauldron in here would be dangerous.
Generally, yeah.
Kalira should be finishing her potion about now. Bottling up and packing, or, closing up her things.
Dang, Tammy, I can't believe that you beat me 47 times. I didn't win a single time. You're pretty good at this.
Oh, thanks. We can play a different game next time if you want.
No, I love Dragon Chess.
Oh, okay.
I'm very
Alright.
proficient in it. That's the irony here.
I have a fun game we could play after dinner.
Oh?
Kalira getting down off her chair, like, without even looking up. Does it involve clothes?
Yes, it does. And these playing cards.
I'm in.
Sure.
Shariz contemplates and says, I will give you an answer after dinner.
Aw. Come on, cards is fun to play.
I am not proficient in playing cards.
Well, no one's
And you can learn
proficient
new
in playing
ones.
cards.
That's fair. Let's go get something to eat, y'all.
Despite making her comment, Kalira is generally being fairly quiet.
Making your way to the galley, you will see that some of the crew are there as they eat in shifts. Off at a table in a corner is a dragonborn, a half elf, and a tiefling.
What color is the tiefling?
Blue. Female.
What color? Okay.
Shariz will just wave his trunk at everybody and say, "Hello, everyone! It's so cool to have a meal with you."
The crew will give you a look. A couple of them raising their cups to you. The three in the corner seem to be engrossed in conversation and pay you no mind.
Get some
After
food.
after Tiami gets her food, she's gonna walk over and greet him.
Okay, how do you greet them?
Hello. You guys don't seem to be part of the standard crew. We're new here too. How are you?
Well, the dragonborn, a green dragonborn, dressed in very androgynous clothes. Well, hello there. I am Ebenezer. He will point to the other two. This is Sylvester and Ophelia. We booked passage on this ship.
So did we? Where are you headed?
We are headed to Cape Hope in Sharkandor.
Well, that's pretty cool. Shariz kind of like bustles over to see what Tiami's doing. That sounds like a nice time.
Yes, the lady here has an engagement at the Opera House there in Cape Hope.
Oh wow, you must be a
Are you a performer?
The lady will smile, an almost genuine smile, and nod her head slightly. Yes, you may have heard of me. I'm Ophelia McBain. Those in the cultured circle will have heard of the most famous opera singer in the realm.
Oh, my mother adores you.
I'm sure she does.
If it's not too much trouble, could I bother you for an autograph? She would love it for her birthday.
Oh, very, very. She will pull out a piece of parchment and a quill and a very flourish. What is your mother's name?
Her Royal Highness Duna Frostmane?
Oh, I played at the palace not long ago. And we'll
Yeah.
sign it, hand it to you.
Thank you so much. Gonna fold it, take it in her.
Did we hear that name, Tyr, from where we are?
Give me a perception check.
16.
17.
Yeah.
Atreus exchanges a look with Winter, and then in Oric went, "No way."
Blue, McBain. Seems a
Yeah.
bit.
Do you mind if my compatriots and I have our meal with you? Would it be too much of an imposition?
No, please join us.
So Tiami's gonna call him over, and oh, by the way, I'm called Tiami.
My name is Shariz. It's so honored me. He's flabbergasted because he's only obviously apparently this is a mom kind of genre of music, and so of course his mom is a huge fan, which means that he is a huge fan, which means he has no idea how to handle talking to a famous person.
Yeah, hi, I'm Ironclaw.
You can call me Winter.
They will introduce themselves again.
They've booked passage to Cape Hope, so we'll have them along with us on the trip.
Wait, didn't we come from there?
We
No,
came
it's
from
Port Hope.
Oh.
It's
Port,
confusing.
Cape. It's all the same to me.
Blurting out.
What's the most famous thing you've ever done?
In Draconic, Tiami's gonna look at the Dragonborn and go, I'm sorry, he's very young.
Ebenezer, the Dragonborn, will laugh a hearty. I guess the most famous thing I've ever done is, well, have audience with the King Tarios.
What's the most famous thing you've ever done, Shiraz?
Shariz is hyperventilating because, like, he just blurted this very inappropriate thing to ask the group of people that they're very kindly sharing their table with, and he's just hyperventilating because he has no idea how to talk to a famous person or be around them.
I think Shiraz is having his moment right now.
I'm so sorry. I have better manners than that. My mom taught me very well. I am so sorry. It is a very, very cool thing and very famous thing to have done, to even have to be in the same presence as His Majesty, King Tarios, by long may he reign. Yeah, I'm just so...
Ophelia will place a hand on top of yours, Shariz.
He'll stop.
There, my friend. It is okay.
He's frozen.
Winter's going to lean over to Tiami and in Orcish go, this is why I painted him with a baby binky.
Ha ha!
She's gonna nod.
They will stay for a few more minutes as polite, and then will excuse themselves to head back to their cabin.
As they're leaving, pardon me, Ophelia.
Yes.
How's your dad?
He's passed away a long time ago. What kind of question is that?
Oh, so I think my mom knew your dad. So I thought I'm sorry, I didn't know.
My father has been dead for 50 years. He died when I was a small child.
Oh. Really?
I think he's confused. We recently met a relative with the same name.
It is a common name among tieflings.
My apology.
She will look you up and down and give a sly smile. We all make mistakes. She'll give you a wink and then turn and walk away.
Can I take an insight on that?
On which part?
The specifically her last remark makes me think that maybe it's not a common name, that she was just lying to me about that whole thing, about that it's... Yeah, I don't think she's telling the truth that it's a common name.
All right, go ahead.
17 plus 5 is 22.
The only thing that you get from her is from that smile and that wink, that very seductive, interested engagement. That
All
is
right.
all that she gives off as she turns to walk away.
Don't go making any weird blue fuzzy things.
What?
Shabby's gonna look at you and giggle harder.
I wasn't planning on... Not what... Cute, but...
Just be safe, okay? I mean, if you're gonna pump her for information.
Hey, language.
Yeah, and I'm the kid in the group. Sure.
I called you the adult.
I'm just saying. This is why I don't like to discuss my age.
No, we all know who the kid of the group is.
I mean, that's totally fair.
Anyway, Shariz, are you okay?
Yeah, that's probably the most famous person in all, and I just shared a meal with them.
Your mom literally saved the world.
Yeah, but that's like My mom.
This would be a great story to tell your mom when you get home.
She's gonna be so jealous. Hey, wait.
He'll look over at Kalira.
Are you okay?
Hmm?
Are you... Friend.
And he'll have a look in his eye that is probably like the first like serious paladin, like calm, "Are you okay?" moment.
I'm fine.
I just realized that we just sat at the most famous table, and you didn't say a single word to them. You could have had way better questions than... But you... I believe you, but if you ever need to talk...
He has that same like paladin look in his eye.
I'm alright.
Okay.
Is she actually eating?
She's kind of picking at her food and keeping her head down mostly.
Tiami's going to stay long enough to make sure that Kalira at least eats something before she's like, let's go back.
Winter's going to let Kalira have some space with people that know her a bit better and probably know what she might be going through a bit better. In case she feels she needs the privacy.
Therese will be the first person to finish his food then. He'll eat kind of still in half a days from meeting the world's famous person. And then head back to the ambassador suite.
So
It is at
Shiraz
this
leaves.
time
Okay.
that Tiami will hear a familiar voice inside of her head. The voice of Duna. Tiami, are you safe? I cannot find your father anywhere.
On the Siren song, we can't get a hold of Kalira's dad either.
Mark another spell slot. We will keep looking. Be safe. Something is wrong. It was not Eastern Teledargarios that attacked.
Okay. You also. Love you. And then she's going to touch Kalira.
Huh?
I got a message from Mother. Maybe we shouldn't talk in here.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's head back.
So when we get back to the room, she's going to update them. So the good news is my mom's alive. But they haven't heard from Daddy or your father. They know it wasn't the East. They're not sure what's going on. Something's wrong. Weird. They're advising us to stay safe. Duh. She's going to try to update us. They're going to keep looking for our fathers.
Okay.
Don't give up hope. Okay?
Okay.
Nobody is a good thing.
Maybe.
And then she's going to like reach out like and ask like if Kalira wants a hug, not with words, but like with body language.
Kalira will just lean into you and probably cry.
Yeah, Tiami's just gonna wrap herself around you and basically be crying in your.
Shariz is going to quietly exit the room and go up to the main deck to just look at the stars.
Winter is going to go over to Atreus, actually.
Yeah,
That was really weird, right?
totally weird.
Like, when she said that her father died, for a minute I thought that it could be, the blue tiefling, but then she said 50 years, and, like, he died around the same time that, like, I was born, so, like, that, I'm not 50.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, maybe it is like a common name given to. I don't know anything about tiefling naming practices, I guess.
I
Weird,
don't know pretty much anything about tieflings. All I know is that it's weird that all the tieflings that I've ever heard of, aside from Nyx, have been blue.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like 3 of them in the stories. Weird, right?
They're all blue.
And I mean, it's not like Nyx was. Mom's not a normal tiefling, really. But. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know, man. But hey, apparently famous lady thinks I'm cute. That.
I mean, hey, if you want to jump on it, I'm not going to tell you not to. I'm just saying,
It
be
seems
careful.
like a shitty thing to do right now.
That's fair. How old
Time
did
will.
Ophelia seem to look?
Would have been hard to say.
But if her dad died 50 years ago, she has to be at least 49, 50, if not older. I mean, unless tiefling gestation is really long. I don't know.
The changing of stations will be heralded by the bells. The night will come. What do you wish to do?
Do we know how long of a trip it is by sea?
No.
But by airship, normally it was like more than 3 days. So this is going to be like a while.
Yes.
Okay.
Since there's only 2 beds, I can put my bedroll in the corner.
Yeah, Tiami's going to lay out her bedroll and like in front of the door. So not a watch per se, but if someone comes in the door, it's going to hit her.
Tiami, if you want, I remembered to set my spells this morning, and I can just set an alarm on the door. Or
That would
if you
probably
want-
be good too.
I say, or if you want, I can set them on the balcony. Set it on the balcony door.
If it's one or the other, I would say pick the balcony, and I'll just stay here.
Okay. So she will get out some silver wire, and she will set alarm on the balcony door.
Okay.
Winter's just gonna mill about, do some painty stuff.
Is she going to rest?
Yeah, she'll rest.
Shariz will eventually come back down from looking at the stars and talking to the ancients, asking again for guidance and this troubling time.
And, like, if you could maybe make sure that my friends have some good sleep tonight, because they've had some really troubling day, and that would just be really nice. Thanks.
And then he will head back down and kind of do what Tiami was going to do. He'll sleep in a chair so that people can have beds, because he's a big guy.
So when you get there, you're not going to be able to open the door immediately. It's if she's going to. Who is it? Before she gets up and lets you in.
Oh, it's just me.
Well, I guess since like everybody's being really magnanimous and no one is sleeping in these two large beds, I'm gonna take a bed.
Same.
And I look over at Kalira and I'm like, I'll share.
I actually wouldn't mind.
No reason for you to sleep on the floor if you have.
She's gonna look over at Tiami.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Kalira will likely slip down to at least undergarments and cuddle in.
You know, I don't mind sharing either, Your Highness.
I appreciate it. I'm just really unsettled, and I don't want to set a watch, but I feel like we need some kind of warning system. Maybe tomorrow?
Okay.
Hey, pork pie, guard the door.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right, then she'll go ahead and climb into the bed with Winter.
And sleep will come. For some, maybe fitful. For others, deep. But sleep will come all the same. And the morning will dawn.
Shariz will probably be the first to wake since he slept in a chair. He'll get up and kind of stretch his legs a little bit. And for the alarm spell is not on the main door, it's to the balcony, right?
Correct.
Yes.
So he will go to up the back to like the galley area where they have breakfast and see if breakfast is available.
Cammy will probably get up shortly after him because she's an early riser. And be wiping tears off of her face. And go through her bag to make sure that she still has her disguise kit. She's decided that she needs to be less noticeable. And her goal for today is to cover up her dyed blue hair.
Okay.
So, fun fact for Tiami, she probably would have woken up with Winter curled up like on her lap.
Fine. She probably would have been holding you like she holds Casimir, so it's fine. But she's still going to be like wiping the tears before anybody sees.
There will come a rap at the door.
Who is it?
It's First Mate Leon Carroll.
So Tammy's going to uncurl herself from Winter and go answer the door.
You will see a human there with short red hair, clean shaven, piercing green eyes. Might I have a word?
Sure. She's gonna walk out into the hall. How can I help you?
No, I meant with all of you inside.
Oh, they're still. Give me a minute. So she's gonna walk in and start waking up people. The first mate needs to talk to us.
Fuck, can he pick a better time of day?
Apparently not.
Kalira likely fell asleep crying and has basically curled herself into Atreus as much as he'll let her.
Oh,
and
yeah.
is just kind of buried her face in him sleeping.
Kalira, honey, I'm sorry to wake you up. The first mate needs to talk to us.
Trying to get back in my box. I'm way off.
So she's gonna go back to the door and let him in. Do I need to get the Loxit on? He's probably on deck.
Yes, I need to speak to all of you.
Okay, it'll be just a moment. And so she's gonna hustle upstairs to go find Shiraz and bring him back down.
Did he manage to find breakfast?
No, they're not serving breakfast. The galley's actually closed.
Oh.
There's a lot of commotion that you'd be able to hear above deck, though.
That's curious. Well,
Shiraz,
better go back. Oh, there you are. I was just going to get breakfast for everybody.
the first mate needs to talk to us.
Okay. There's something going on up deck that I heard with my ears.
I'm guessing.
Okay.
And so we'll come on back.
The first mate will stroke his chin, trying to find the wording. Good Lord Wilhelm said that he was booking passage for a party of adventurers. Is that the case?
More or less.
I'm an
Why?
adventurer.
We've had a murder.
Oh.
We're not police.
Or detectives.
Who was murdered?
Hold on, I gotta get the NPC list back up. I can't remember.
Better not be the cook. Someone on this ship better be able to make a decent breakfast. Atreus has not gotten out of the bed yet. He is just laying on the bed, stretching, listening to this.
Ebenezer Tosman. The
No.
Lord Dragonborn.
Yeah, we'll try to see what we can do to help.
The captain was hoping maybe you could have a look. See if maybe
Sure.
it was magic or something. Nobody heard anything.
Oh, okay. Where should we meet you? We obviously need to get out of our bedclothes.
Meet me in the hold, madam. We've got his body down there.
Okay, thank you.
Where
10,
was he
15 minutes.
found?
On the deck.
All right, keep everyone out of the area that he was found.
Oh, it's too late for that.
Fuck. All right.
I'm gonna have I'm gonna want to have someone show me where his room is.
That can be arranged.
I need a little time to prepare some things, but there might be something I can do to help. I'm not sure yet.
Kalira, do you want to come with me and we can talk to the witnesses?
No, I need time to prepare a couple of things.
No, I mean like when you're ready.
Maybe.
Okay.
All right, gang, let's split up and search for clues.
Tyr, do we get a long rest?
Yes, you did get a long rest.
While Kalira is doing her stuff and things, Shiraz will be doing his prayers to the ancients.
Yeah, Atreus gets out of bed, strips off the light pants he was wearing to sleep in, sits down on the wood of the deck naked, stops, scratches his butt for a second, then closes his eyes and starts changing his spells for the day. Just touching the wood and trying to touch as much nature as he can because there's not a lot here.
Okay.
Winter doesn't have to do any of that spell shit. She's just gonna go search through his room.
All right. Go ahead and give me an investigation check, Winter.
Do. Ooh, that should be good. What is my bonus to that? Ooh, that is an unnatural 20. So dirty.
You find that the bed was slept in, or at least used. The covers are tousled. There is a pipe sitting on the table beside the bed. 2 wine glasses.
Okay. I'm gonna actually have to take notes. I don't normally take notes because I'm a bad player.
Can you go over those again real quick for me, Tyr?
Yes, the covers were tousled. There was a pipe on the bedside table, along with 2 wine glasses.
Does the pipe look like it's been recently used?
On a 20, yes.
All right. She's gonna look through his belongings instead of just the room. If he
Give me
has
another
any
investigation check.
noticeable belongings. That's a 3.
He has just a leather bag with some very fine clothing in it, but nothing unordinary.
All right. Is it a raised bed, or is the bed technically part of the room itself? Like there's
It's
no underside
part
to
of the
it.
room. There's no underside
Okay.
to it.
All right. She is satisfied. She thinks she's done a great job. She's gonna leave.
All right. Well, the rest of you doing?
Gonna go meet him in the hall.
Yeah, once Atreus is done changing out spells, he's gonna get dressed. Bring pork pie with, head up.
Once Kalira has finished prepping her spells, she will put on some clothes for the day. She was basically in just her undergarments. And look at whoever's with her.
I need to see the body.
Let's go
Okay.
see the body.
Oh.
Wait,
Yep.
hang on. Who's seeing the body? I'm talking to witnesses.
I'll go see the body.
Let's go see the body. Yeah.
I don't want to see the body, but I need to.
All right. We will start with the witnesses. Roll an investigation check.
I'd also like to do a smell test on them. My investigation check that is normal is a 7.
The helmsman said that he saw him come up on deck for a bit, smoke a pipe, and then went back down.
Tyr, I have one important question that I should have asked earlier, but you might be able to grant me on that 20. Was there anything noticeable about either of the wine glasses, like a smudge of lipstick or anything?
Nope, just wine glasses.
Darn, okay.
You said he came up on deck and he stayed up here, smoked a pipe, and then he left?
Yes.
He didn't do anything or talk to anybody?
No, he just stood over there on next to the deck and smoked his pipe. I changed off of duty and went to bed.
Perhaps says is there anyone else?
He's like I'm assuming that this is all on the like main deck, and that everybody's out there. He's like talking to like the group of them.
Nobody else saw him.
Okay, well, if you'll please line up in an orderly fashion, I would like to smell you. I know that sounds really weird, but trust me, I am an adventurer.
Okay. The captain will give the word and they will line up in an orderly fashion.
I would like to do a smell investigation so that it gives me advantage.
What are you smelling for?
I would like to spell for it's more of like I want to note and try and I guess it's not really an investigation, but like a memorization check because I want to smell everyone, and if there's anybody that smells different from each other, because I would assume sailors, not seamen, but sailors all have kind of a funk to themselves, but people who are not sailing, or if they're up to nefarious deeds, might have an odor to them, something extra, je ne sais quoi, if you will. And that's what I'm looking for with this investigation smell check.
Okay, the sailors will smell similar. Sylvester and Ophelia will smell different as they are not sailors and have bathed.
Okay. So then that's where I want my investigation check is them. He wants to be subtle about it, but he wants to get an extra sniff on them as he walks. Like he'll walk up the row, get the initial check, and then
What are you sniffing for?
uh blood. Yeah, blood.
Do you know what blood smells like?
I would assume that as his mom is a druid, that we may have had to have put down a hurt animal, and so he would
Okay.
know it blood smells
Go ahead and
like.
make that investigation check.
It's a 10.
You don't smell blood.
Okay, well, that'll conclude for now. Miss Ophelia, Lady Ophelia, and Sylvester, if I could have a word with you as well, just to confirm, his nightly going-ons, and,
Oh, we
that'll
don't know his
conclude.
nightly goings on, darling. We had separate rooms.
Oh, well, he did, he didn't like to, like, come and hang out and have, like, a sleepover or anything, or?
No, darling, we're adults.
Well, I mean, adults can have sleepovers.
Those are called orgies, darling, and we don't have those.
He'll blush a little bit at that and
Go, that's fair. That's fair. Um, well, okay. If you didn't see him, I guess that's everything on my end. If I need anything, can I come and talk to you again?
Of course.
I appreciate that. You're very kind. I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
can I insight the thank you / their reaction?
Sure.
A 22.
They seem upset.
Like genuinely upset though.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay, cool. Shiraz will go back down to the ambassador suite after he's done.
All right. So the three of you go down into the hold. You'll see the Dragonborn laying there in a box.
As we're about to approach, Atreus stops and hold up. I need to do a thing real quick, and is going to cast Enhance Ability
Okay.
at 3rd level, so I get one additional target. And I'm going to give Kalira and myself Fox's Cunning. So that's advantage on all intelligence checks.
All right.
All right, there. That should help a little. And we'll approach the body.
So the first thing Kalira wants to do is cast. I'm going to cast Detect Magic first and
Okay.
give him a good look over.
You see that he has a looking over one of his bracelets glows blue, but that's it.
Is it visible how he died?
You don't know.
I hate to say
Well,
it.
like if he was eviscerated, that would.
There's no visible wounds. From initial looking, there's no visible wound. I'll give you that.
With my experience with alchemical supplies and equipment and whatnot, would I know how to test for poison?
Tiami's going to cast Detect Poison and Disease.
Oh, there you go.
None.
There's no signs of poison or disease. I guess we should inspect the body respectfully.
Claire's going to pull a pair of gloves from her alchemy kit out and put them on and start like inch by inch going over the body using
All right, give me a medicine check.
All right.
I will help.
Okay.
I'm hella proficient at medicine.
$17.
There are a couple of bruises around the chest, one on the right shoulder area, but nothing that looks to be fatal.
Looking closely at his face, is there any like signs of suffocation, like broken, hemorrhaged capillaries in the eyes and that kind of stuff?
Give me another medicine check.
All right. That's a 19 on the die. Plus 7. So that's 26.
It looks like he died from lack of breathing.
So like he might have been suffocated or smothered.
What was your total?
26.
He was drowned.
Do you see this, Atreus?
Look at that.
How?
Are his clothes? Did his clothes appear to like they've been wet?
Hard to say. He's been here for a while.
Atreus is gonna start like feeling the parts of the body that haven't been exposed to air, under the armpits, things like that. I'm looking for wet spots that might not have fully dried yet.
You find some dampness.
You two, I can do something. It's a little creepy. Let's say you could ask him questions. You guys think you could think of him really quickly?
Oh, you're gonna do that thing Uncle Harok does. Yeah, that's cool. Weird, but cool. Yes.
Ready?
I mean, first question is obviously who killed you?
She's gonna cast Speak with Dead.
Okay, give me just a second. It's been a bit. I've got to familiarize myself with the spell.
It says, you grant the semblance of life and intelligence to a corpse of your choice within range, allowing it to answer the questions you pose. The corpse must have a mouth and can't be undead. it fails if it's been already targeted within the last 10 days. We can ask it up to 5 questions in the next 10 minutes. The answers are usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive, and they're under no compulsion to answer truthfully if we're hostile or it thinks we're an enemy.
Okay. Casting Speak with Dead, you and you alone will hear a
Ebenezer, do you know who killed you?
No.
So she's gonna wave like, more questions.
Where? Where was he drowned?
You appear to be drowned. Where did that happen?
Water was on deck.
Water was on deck? Okay.
Someone shaping
Water, comma, was on deck.
magic? Was it magical? Was it a spell? Does he know? Like, was the water acting naturally?
Was it magical water?
Don't know.
He doesn't know. That's 3 down. We have 2 more.
You got anything, Bitey?
I'm thinking. I'm sorry. I mean, did it attack him?
Did the water act animated?
Was there, then was drowning.
It sounds like he was on deck and then was suddenly drowning. He doesn't know what happened in between.
All right, here's the money question. Who would want him dead?
Hey, did anyone want you dead?
Don't think so.
And then she's gonna say a prayer over the body.
I feel like we're bad at this game.
Sorry it wasn't more helpful. That's weird, though, that he drowned on deck.
Did he drown on the deck, or does he not remember anything after being on the deck?
They said they found him on the deck, so unless somebody threw him in and drowned him and then pulled him back to the deck, that seems like a lot of work, but...
We're going to need to ask who found him, and we're going to need to ask exactly where they found him, and if he was soaking wet when they found him or if he was dry.
I could do a zone of truth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's like there are spells. I can't do any of them yet, but like there are spells let you take control of water, bend it to your will. You could. I mean, there's a couple I can do that could in theory do this. They'd be really big and flashy and noticeable. There's more subtle versions, though.
I don't know that I would go around telling people that.
I mean, I could summon a wall of water. Like, it's big and everyone would see it and there would be no mistaking it. This is not, whatever was done to him was done subtly enough that nobody else on the ship seemed to fucking notice it when it happened. I can't do that. I could get the same effect, just really big.
Maybe we should go see where they found the body. I mean, I know people have been through it, but at least give us an idea of what's around.
We need to check where they found the body. We need to talk to the crewman who found them. We need to find out if he was wet or if he was dry. What else do we need to do? What else do we need to do?
Oh.
Hey, Tyr. Dumb question. Shape Water was a spell that her Aunt Ren used to use a lot. Would would Kalira have any knowledge of how that spell works or anything?
Give me a history check.
Okay. $16.
She would know that it can be done.
I remember my Aunt Ren used to be able to do a spell where, like, you could shape water and control it and whatnot, but I don't know if that would do this. There's a lot of questions.
But for
I thought of
now-
one more, and this is going to be gross. And I'm sorry. And I'm going to lift the body up and bring it up out of the box so that the chest is sitting on the edge of the box. And then I'm going to put one hand on the back and one hand underneath, and I'm going to press, and I'm going to try and expel whatever's in his lungs out onto the floor.
Water comes out.
And then you see Atreus, like, try not to be too grossed out, is going to taste the water.
It's salt water.
That's what he was looking for. Well, that doesn't help as much as I was hoping. Freshwater would narrow it down a whole lot more, but that's salt water. This is ocean water. I'm
Still,
also
if
then
somebody
going,
manipulated it. I mean, you can
Also-
manipulate the water from the water.
yeah. But if it were freshwater, we would know there were limited places it could have come from on the ship. I'm going to cast detect magic and look specifically at the water first to see if there's
It's water.
I don't see any magical residue in the water. I then turn him and I open his mouth and look down his throat, see if I see anything.
No,
Then I'm gonna lay him back in the thing. Do I notice the bracelet?
you do.
Oh, hey, what's that?
It's a magic bracelet of some sort. I could find out what it is if you want.
I can do that too, actually.
Well, I don't think it matters which one of us do it.
Roll boulder parchment shears.
You can do it if you want.
Okay. Yeah, I'll cast identify.
Identify shows it to be a bracelet of protection.
Fat lot of good that did him.
What is it?
I pop it off his wrist. Bracelet of protection.
Are you stealing from the corpse?
Does he need protection anymore?
Do you know if it's a family heirloom?
Do I care?
Apparently not.
Not to sound paranoid, but with everything going on and people kind of being panicked and all kind of freaked out by this, you really don't want to have anything of the corpses on you because then it kind of makes you look guilty. People get suspicious. They really do. And don't tell them you can control water because that'll look bad too.
Right. But fine. Puts the bracelet back.
And this is where we're going to take our break. We'll be back 10 minutes, guys. we're back. Thanks so much for hanging out while we took our break. So you guys have been investigating, each one of you finding something different. Winter, you found a used pipe and 2 wine glasses and tousled cover. Shiraz, you found a helmsman that said that he'd seen him on deck smoking the pipe, and then he went back below. Tiami, Atreus, and Kalira discovered the victim had been drowned.
I think the 3 of us are going to head up to the deck to speak with the crew who found him.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Down here.
They'll look down.
Who found the body?
The captain did.
Could you bring the captain out so we can talk to him?
And show us where
Okay.
they found the body?
Mm-hmm.
They will point over to the sides of next to the railing.
Oh, well, I was going to need to know if he had been on deck at all during the evening, and when the last time somebody saw him before his body was found was.
Your big friend asked those questions.
I was like, I think Shiraz was questioning the witnesses.
Oh, that's right.
We probably need to find Shiraz.
The captain will make their way over.
Excuse me, Captain.
Aye.
We were told you were the one who found him.
Got tripped over him, I did. Foggy this morning.
What time did you find his body?
Oh, it was about 6 bells. Was taking my morning walk around, clear my head before the day starts.
When you found him, was he dry or wet?
We're on a ship. Everything on the deck's wet at some point.
But did he look like just slightly damp, like sea spray, or did he look like he'd been in the water?
I honestly can't remember, to tell you the truth.
What time was it when they came to get us, Tyr? I have keen mind.
It had been about 8 a.m.
If you don't mind me asking, why did it take 2 hours before someone came to get us, if you wanted us to look into it?
Because we didn't know if we wanted you to look into it or not. We didn't know what the plan was. It wasn't until we figured out that maybe it was foul play that we decided to come get you.
Okay.
People die at sea all the time.
I'm just asking basic questions, sir. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make it sound like you were being accused of anything.
Oh, I didn't take it as being accused. You don't be around many dwarves, do you?
I don't what?
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Be around many dwarves, do you?
Being from Taladegarios, has she been around many dwarfs?
A few.
No, just a few. My dad
We're
is a
very
halfling and my
blunt.
dad is a My dad is a halfling and my dad is a gnome, so.
And she'll smile, showing her fangs.
Both of my paws are dwarfs.
All right, then.
You said it was foggy this morning.
Yes.
Were you expecting fog?
Yes. Yes, that was quite normal.
And who was on shift last night?
Well, there had been Mr. Rogers, the helmsman that works the evening bells, and then Mr. Kramer had been the one that came on from midnight to morning bell.
I know Shiraz questioned everybody, but would it be possible for us to talk to the 2 of them?
I'm afraid right now they are indisposed. It's their sleeping time. You'll have to get
I mean,
with
when
your
they wake
large
up.
friend. Oh, yeah. When they wake up, I'll I'll make arrangements.
8 tier.
Yeah.
I didn't do it while we were down there, and if I need to go back and re-examine the body, that's fine. But since I actually handled the body and moved him around and felt around his person, would medicine be able to tell me about how long he's been dead?
He's been dead. I'm having to do math. Hold on.
Or you can just tell me about what time he would have died. That if he been figuring
You
out
wouldn't have got an exact time. He'd have been dead somewhere between 5 and 3 hours.
Okay. And it's what, like 9 bells about now?
Yeah.
Okay. So he died sometime.
After the midnight shift came on.
Yeah, he would have. That level. He's probably kicked it somewhere between 6 and.
No, he tripped over him at 6. It would have to be before that.
Right, so between say 6 at the latest and 4. So anytime after 4 bells.
I was going to say 3 and 5, but yeah.
He's been dead 3 to 5 hours at this point. So, I mean, he could have been fresh when Captain tripped over him, but that's not likely. But yeah, sometime between 4 and 6 is when it happened. So that would have been Mr. Kramer would have been on between 4 and 6, yeah?
Yeah.
That's who we'll need to talk to.
And we need to find out what Shiraz found out, if he found out anything.
Where'd Winter go anyway?
She was going to check the room, I think. I want to do an inspection. I know people have been walking through here, and I probably won't find anything, but just in case.
Give me an investigation check.
Clara will help her.
So you get it with advantage.
Okay. So 19?
You find on the railing a burn mark, a circular burn mark.
Kalira, look at this.
Oh, she's going to pull out her magnifying glasses and slip them on. So, like when someone looks at you through a magnifying glass, they've got humongous eyes. And take a really good look at it.
It's a circular burn mark.
About how big?
About the size of what we would call a quarter.
Is it a solid circle or just the outline of the circle?
It's a solid circle.
What do you got?
It looks like Tiami found a burn.
Burn.
I'm going to do detect magic.
No magic.
Not a magical burn either.
Did I see anything on the body that would make a mark like that?
Nope.
All right, I think we need to. Go ahead.
Yes.
Sorry.
Since you've already cast it, why don't you take a quick look around the rest of the deck and see if you notice anything?
All right. So she's just going to kind of glance around.
Some of the crew have like earrings that glow. The captain, his sword glows. His flintlock or his crossbow, he doesn't have flintlock. His hand crossbow glows. He's got 3 rings that glow.
And none of the rings are shaped like the circle, right?
Not from where you're standing.
I don't see anything out of the ordinary. So Siami is gonna go walk up to the captain so she can get a closer look, but do it like she's thanking him for his, cooperation, and try to like inspect the rings while she's shaking his hand.
Okay, give me a perception check, since you're trying to be nonchalant about it.
Oh, not good. I got a 5.
They're rings, that much you can tell.
While she's doing that, I go over and I'm going to smell the burn mark. See if there's anything there besides just burnt wood.
Just burnt wood. The lovely smell of the salty sea.
Yeah, we should find Winter and Shiraz.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking.
So we'll go look for them.
Y'all will find them in your suite.
So that's how you play dragon chess. I know it sounds really complicated at first, and you had me explain it at least 15 times at this point, but I'm pretty sure you could at least, we could start, a game of it, and you could just, learn on
Okay.
the fly.
First, how about we all circle up with the info we got and see if that does anything?
Oh, hi guys. I didn't see you guys come in. Yeah. What'd you guys find?
He drowned.
On deck.
And it was early morning, before 6 bells. There's
Oh.
also a weird burn mark.
No, that's probably from the pipe in his cabin.
Oh, he smokes a pipe?
Or
Yeah.
someone that was in his room did. There were 2 glasses.
About yay big around.
Is Winter making a correct connection?
You don't know.
Uh,
I mean,
Oh.
that's how big around it was, but I mean, you don't know if it was the pipe or whatever.
Oh, it's weird, because the first mate guy, I talked to him, he said that he saw Ebenezer come out and smoke his pipe on deck, and then go back to his room, and then nobody saw him from that point forward. He changed shifts, so I didn't get an exact time if he changed shift before or after he saw him go down deck.
Which crewmate was it?
Mr.
We
Rogers.
could say, oh, okay.
Mr. Rogers, the first mate guy.
Nope, helmsman.
Helmsman, sorry. My memory.
Did you talk to Mr. Kramer as well?
He only talked to the one person, right?
Right.
No, I only talked to the helmsman, and then I sniffed everybody to see if they smelled like blood. Sailors have a very distinct smell, if you didn't know that. And, they didn't smell like blood or anything, and they seemed genuinely upset, so I don't think it was either of them that were involved.
Well, the other helmsman didn't come on until midnight, and that's Kramer. And
That's the one that would have been on duty.
And Ebenezer died sometime during Kramer's shift. But you didn't talk to Kramer?
No.
Well, we were told we can't talk to him until after he wakes up because he's resting right now. We're definitely going to need to from the sound of it.
maybe we should go wake him up, and we should also figure out, unless he's weird about mixing red and white wines together in the same glass, like the remnants of them, we need to figure out who the other glass belonged to in his room.
I might have a way to do that.
And he did sleep in his bed, or somebody did.
He's gonna look between Shiraz and Atreus and be like, can either of you smell to see if there was more than one person in the bed?
I could try.
Yeah, I can. I have a way to do that.
I mean, that sounds like a weird question, but you know what I mean.
I mean, I already know what they all smell like, so maybe.
Check his pipe too.
Okay.
I got a weird suspicion that maybe he got up in the middle of the night to go out and smoke again. Like maybe around 4 bells. And that's when it happened. And then someone put the pipe back in his room to make it seem like throw us off or throw people off. So if the pipe smells like seawater, then that confirms that.
Well,
Mm,
let's go check the room.
I don't know if that would confirm it. I mean, it's been on the ship. The ship smells like seawater.
Yeah, but the inside of the pipe, if it got wet, it might stick around.
I'm with you, Tiami. Let's go check the room.
Go to the room.
Okay. You find the things that Winter had mentioned, the tousled covers on the bed, the pipe, and the 2 wine glasses.
May I smell the bed so that it is an investigation with advantage because he's seeing if it matches any of the smells that he has smelled today.
All right.
And I'm going to be checking the pipe. See if there's any moisture in it.
All right. Investigation check.
Has it been an hour since we started investigating this? Would my spell still be up?
Oh, yeah. It's been an hour.
Okay, then I will recast second level just on myself. Fox.
All right, sure is. What'd you get?
15.
You smell sweat and sex.
Ooh. Oh.
It is very overpowering. You cannot distinguish individual body odors.
But Ding, he does know that the other two took a bath this morning.
No, I didn't say it was this morning. I just said they had bathed. The sailors haven't bathed.
In a while.
That's fair.
But he said body odors, not body odor.
It usually does take 2 to tango, though.
You could solo tango.
All right, what'd you get, Locke?
16.
The pipe is dry.
Pipe's bone dry.
Well, that just tells us that he didn't have the pipe with him when he drowned.
Okay. And Tammy's gonna cast detect magic in the room.
Nothing is magic.
Hey, Shiraz.
Yeah.
You said that that you smelled the 2 people he was with.
Yeah, they smelled clean, like they had a bath. Which would probably make sense if they were doing it in his bed.
No, I want you to smell the 2 wine glasses. One of them will smell like the guy, and one of them might smell like the other person.
Well, okay, I can give that a shot.
He'll go over and sniff the wine glasses with his nose.
All right, go ahead and make that check.
18.
The one of the wine glasses smells like Sylvester.
Interesting.
What you got?
One of these smells like Sylvester.
So, Sylvester and Ebenezer were getting
Probably
down.
hooking up. Which is good for them, you know? At least somebody's finding some love at sea. With a seaman.
But Sylvester said he told you.
Oh, no, so when I spoke to them, the lady Ophelia mostly was doing the talking. She talked about orgies, and she didn't talk about sleepovers, that adults can't have sleepovers.
Wait, were they all having orgies?
No, they said they didn't have any orgies that night, I guess? Or that's kind of what they implied seemed to be.
I think we need to go talk to Sylvester.
Well, I want to take that pipe, and I need someone to show me the burn mark on the rail.
Oh, and it's gonna sound silly, but we should probably look over the rail too and see if there's any marks on the outside of it.
That's a good idea. If he was like tethered and then like pushed and then dragged back up.
Okay, why don't we do that? And then can we wait to talk to Sylvester until Mr. Kramer wakes up? Because then I can just do Zone of Truth on them at once.
That seems smart.
That's a good idea.
All right, let's go back up on the deck and we'll check the rail and the over the rail.
Winter, make sure to bring the pipe with her.
Yeah, the idea that he was pushed over and pulled back up makes a lot more sense than like the water coming up to his face, I guess. Unless somebody can do that kind of magic.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stop by their room and grab like her rope before they go on deck.
Okay.
Yeah, but you think he would have said if he was pushed, he would have remembered being pushed over and drugged. He just said he was on deck and then there was water.
But he might
It's
not
not
have
like the
remembered it.
dead talk well.
Yeah, but if for it to happen abruptly enough for him to just be on deck and in water, someone would have had to shove him over, and then they would have had to have a way to get him back up without him having realized that someone tied a rope onto him, which would mean
You'd
like
be
a
surprised what
magic
you can get
rope
away
or
with.
something.
Or if he was leaning over the rails and suddenly the water came up to his face.
Right.
I'm gonna go get Sylvester and talk to the Lady Ophelia again. I think I might have missed something there.
I'm gonna come with you then.
Wait, I thought we were going to talk to them after the other helmsman
Like you
wakes
need to
up.
talk to him now instead of waiting until later. I was gonna Zone of Truth them later.
I was just gonna get them to like cordially invite them to our cabin so that we could like do it in the ambassador's suite. I wasn't gonna interrogate him. I just was like wanting to follow up on that lead.
Why don't you do like
Doesn't that
Tammy
count
said and
as-
wait?
Okay, well, I'll just go back to the ambassador thing because it just seems like there's too many cooks in the kitchen right now.
You might be able to see something that someone else doesn't, though.
Or
I've already been up there.
Yeah,
Just
but we're
come with
looking
us
at
if it
different
goes-
spots up there.
Sorry about
Sorry.
that. Sorry about that.
Sorry. We even talk over each other with our apologies.
Okay, if you both insist that I come with you.
To the deck!
Okay, so y'all are back on the deck.
Winter's going to take the pipe and have it upside down. And she needs to see where the burn mark is first.
You're
Clear-
taken to the burn mark.
I was gonna say, Claire can show you. She has keen mind. She knows right where it was.
And she's going to like
They fit.
examine them
They
to
fit.
see if he... Huh?
They fit.
Okay. Haha, I was right. He did that thing that people who smoke pipes do, and she like taps it against the railing.
It just seems destructive of people's property, but okay.
It's to get the coals out of it.
I get it, but look, it burned the boat.
It's a very small burn.
Give me an insight check, Winter.
Okie doke. If I can get a D20 out of the corner of my dice tray. That would be a 5.
All right, thank you.
She doesn't get anything more insightful than that.
Right. So Tammy's gonna go up to the railing and like hold it and try to like bend over to look like, what am I looking for?
Drag marks, scratch marks, anything that might indicate there was some kind of struggle.
Your Highness, don't Yeah, that's a bad idea. You might fall. Here, let me. And Atreus is just going to grab the rail and swing himself out over it and plant a foot on the side of the hull and step over and walk along the outside of the hull and start looking, like walk almost all the way down to the water line and look for any drag marks or scrapes or scratches directly there.
There's
Are you
nothing.
sure we don't need to tether you? Like, Tiami's gonna be all worried about this. Like, are you sure we don't need to tether you? Like, we don't need
No
another
shit.
death.
I'm good.
Yeah, Kalira's going to have a little heart attack when he goes over the rail.
Oh shit, he can walk on walls.
He did most of that while we weren't paying attention because we were being attacked in the airship battle. So
Oh, I wasn't here for that one.
It's okay if I fall in, I'll just turn into a dolphin or something. It's fine.
You don't find anything.
Yeah, there's nothing here.
Winter's going to, just standing at the rail, take a moment and see just how high the spray from waves and wake actually like reaches.
The spray comes up over the railing.
But it's not enough to where, like, if her mouth was accidentally open, that she could just drown.
No.
Okay.
Does my head fit through the rails to look down, or
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of hold on to the rails, pick my head through, and look down? Atreus, on the off chance it was some kind of creature or something, could you just come back up, please?
Tiami's gonna grab Kalira's legs. She's like, no, wait, there's already one over the side.
Yeah, all right, yeah, I'm coming.
Well, you just need to come back up, that's all.
Is
That's
there
what she
any
said.
buckets of water about?
We're looking specifically for seawater.
Okay.
There is a couple of buckets on the other side of the deck with mops stowed next to them. The buckets are empty right now, though.
Darn.
Atreus walks back up and then just hops back over the rail.
A drowsy-looking half-elf will come sauntering up, yawning and scratching his head. Captain said you all wanted to speak with me.
Are you Mr. Kramer?
Hi, I'm Kramer.
All right. We need to get one other person, and then I have some questions for you. Do you need to get some coffee or something to wake up in the meantime?
I just need to be quick about this.
Okay. Sure is. Go get your friend.
Okay.
And
Both of them. Go get both of them.
and he will go to try and find the Lady Ophelia and Sylvester.
You will find them in the galley. They are both looking very distraught. They will heed your request to come with them.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind. I know it's just a very hard time to be going through, but we just wanted to follow up on some questions, and then if anything is insensitive or anything upsets you, you say the word, and we will be able to stop the interview immediately.
And he'll lead them to the ambassador's suite where everybody else is.
Alrighty. So you have Ophelia, Sylvester, and Mr. Kramer.
All right. When we get them seated down, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna cast a spell real quick. Please don't try to fight it. I will know if you did. And then she's gonna cast Zone of Truth.
Okay. They will all accept it.
Okay. You guys got 10 minutes.
So, Sylvester, you and Ebenezer were having a relationship,
Yes.
and you were together last night.
Yes.
What time did he leave?
I left his quarters about 11 bells.
You didn't see him again after that.
No.
I'm going to look at Shiraz. So that would have been about the time that Mr. Rogers saw him on deck, right?
According to Mr. Rogers, I believe so.
Mr. Kramer, after you came on, did you see him at any point during your shift?
There was so much fog you couldn't have seen anything. I was busy trying to keep us from hitting anything out there.
What time did the fog roll in?
Well, it was there by the time I came on, so you'd have to ask Mr. Rogers, but it was there at least by midnight.
Tammy's going to look at Shiraz. So Mr. Rogers didn't mention anything about the fog, right?
That is correct. He said he saw him on the deck, smoking a pipe, and then he left the deck, and then he did his swap.
Miss Ophelia, did you see Ebenezer at any point last night after 11 bells?
No, I was in my chambers asleep.
And what time did you wake up?
When I was rousted by the first mate to let me know that Mr. Ebenezer had passed. So 8.5 bells.
And do any of you know any reason why someone would want Ebenezer dead?
No.
I then look over at Sylvester to get confirmation from him as well.
He doesn't know either. It's at this time that the first mate will come busting into the room. The captain's dead.
Son of a bitch.
Did the first mate just walk into the zone of truth?
Yes.
What time did the fog roll in?
No, we need Mr. Rogers.
Oh, shit. Right. I confused the helmsman for the first. Never mind you. Or do you know?
I don't know. I just know the captain's dead. Come
All right,
on,
take
he's in his quarters.
We go to the
How
captain.
long ago?
We just found him.
All right, let's go run.
How long has it been
Thank
since we
you.
spoke
We'll
to him on
rush them
deck?
out.
I'm timing myself terribly tonight. I'm so sorry, Christina.
I'm sorry.
What was your...
How long has it been since we spoke to the captain on deck?
About an hour.
All right, we go to the captain's quarters.
Walking into the captain's quarters, it is drenched. There's water dripping from the ceiling. And the captain is laying there wide-eyed down on his desk.
I've
Okay,
got
this
one
isn't
more unless
natural
you've
water.
got it. Yeah, like I've got one more detect magic unless you've got it.
I can do that.
Okay.
Clara will cast Detect Magic.
Just his accoutrement will light up.
This isn't natural. That's so weird.
It's like I said, someone is controlling water.
Or we have a creature that can do something with water, or is made of water, or
Or someone has one of those canteens that's like a never-ending thing of water.
That would be hard to do on deck, though. Kill someone.
First mate Leo, where is helmsman Rogers right now?
He should be getting up, preparing to take his shift.
What race is Rogers?
Elf.
What kind of elf?
He's an elf.
Right.
What kind of question is that?
Well, if he was a sea elf, then, might make a difference. Got any water genocity on the crew?
No. Been trying to find some. It's at this point, Atreus, that you will notice water running up the steps.
The fuck? I start following it.
I follow Atreus.
I will also
Oh.
follow Atreus.
Same.
The water will pool on the deck and grow, pulsating.
Think we found the problem.
and growing.
Don't say that's not normal.
This large, undulating body of water in front of you. Everybody
what do you-
roll initiative.
Sounded
What do you
on me.
mean?
Well-
What is a creature?
Well, at least Winter didn't sleep with this captain and then he died. God fucking damn it.
Atreus,
17.
Kalira,
18.
Shariz,
A dirty 20.
Winter,
2.
you rolled a natural 1. Tiami,
13.
Now you know why I said God fucking damn it.
all right, y'all can feel free to join me in Owlbear Rodeo. As the large water elemental spurs up on deck. Shariz, you're up.
He'll draw his long sword. Oh, I guess. Yeah, he'll draw his long sword from his messenger bag. And cast as a bonus action Searing Smite at first level. And then take using movement, charging the water elemental head on, and taking a swing with his sword.
Alrighty.
Well, 13 hit,
13 will not hit.
right? And that is the end of my turn.
All right, Kalira.
Oh my goodness, what is that?
Almost reflexively, she's going to cast Ray of Sickness at it.
Okay, what does that do?
It's a ranged attack spell. So it's
I understand that, but is it considered poison or what?
It's poison damage.
All right.
Sorry, math. 23.
23 hits, but it seems to have no effect.
Okay.
Atreus. I'm sorry, is that your turn, Kalira?
Yeah, that is.
All right, so Atreus is going to cast. Atreus is going to cast Flame Blade.
Okay.
As a bonus action, and is going to move forward to the opposite side of the creature, far side, and will attack. I don't think I can get to a position where I get advantage with Shariz, so. I'm going to guess an 11 misses.
You're muted too.
Oh, it is the creature's turn. I need for Shariz and Atreus to please make strength saving throws. All right, Atreus.
13.
All right, you are engulfed by water. You are grappled, but most importantly, you can't breathe. Shariz.
22.
You are able to really resist. Atreus, you will take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. And you will take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as well, Shariz. Let's see, does this recharge? Alrighty. And that will bring up Tiami.
Hey, Tier, I got a quick question.
Yeah.
I'm holding a magical blade made of fire, and it just engulfed me. I don't know what you want to do with that, but I'm just letting you know.
I'm aware.
Okay.
Tiami is going to cast Sacred Flame at it.
Okay.
It must succeed a Dex saving throw.
What's the DC?
13.
It got a 17.
Okay. So no effect. It's an all-in run.
Right. Is that your turn?
Yeah, she just saw the two of them get engulfed. She ain't moving closer.
Alrighty. Winter, you're up.
Alright. Tiami might not be moving closer, but Winter is. Winter's gonna come up to it and give it a smack with her sword. That's gonna miss. I don't think an 11's gonna hit.
No, it will not.
Well, she gets 2 attacks per action, so let's try that again. Pretty sure that will hit. That is 26.
26 hits.
Yay! And she is two-handing it, so that is a D10. For 6 damage. Because I rolled a 1.
Alright. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, that'll be the end of her turn.
Alright, Shariz.
Okay. Shariz is going to change tactics a little bit and use 15 feet of movement to get to the upper deck from at the front of the ship, and is going to try and leap, jumping through the creature to get Atreus out of this engulfment.
Okay.
Wait, how do you want to do this?
This is going to be an athletics check.
Okay.
To see if you can bring you and Atreus out. If you fail, you're going to be stuck in there with him.
Yeah, and I have a trunk that can pop out and use it as a snorkel. You said athletics?
I don't think you understand how big this thing is.
That's fair.
So go ahead and make that athletics check.
Sorry, very excited. I rolled a natural 20 for a 24.
Oh.
Okay, you are able to push Atreus out of the way, out of the water, landing both of you on the deck. So over there.
Perfect. And he's gonna kind of sputter a little bit because obviously jumping through water, and he's like,
"You're welcome. Now let's kick this thing's ass."
Kalira.
Having seen that the ray of sickness had absolutely no effect, and her curiosity very high despite the danger, she's going to pull her crossbow. You'll see that she doesn't knock a bolt or anything. She just raises it and fires, and a sparkly purple bolt comes shooting out of it out of nowhere toward the creature because it has a magic infusion on it.
Okay.
$23.
23 will hit.
Nine points of piercing.
All right.
Does it seem to affect the creature in any way?
It seems like it took damage.
Cool.
All right, Atreus.
All right. I guess I'm gonna get myself up off the deck, and I'm gonna swing at it again.
All right, go ahead.
Actually, you know what? As a bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and shift.
I thought that was an action for you.
To wild shape is an action to.
Oh, shift.
I'm
sorry.
I'm activating my shifter feral nature. So I grow a little bit more bestial, and then I am going to attack with the flaming blade. That should be good though. 14 plus 8 is 22.
22. That'll hit.
All right, that does 3d, I think. 6 for 8 points of fire damage.
Alrighty.
And then I am going to attack with my claws. Uh, 311.
That will miss. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
All right. The water. It's a water elemental.
Yes.
Will rave like building up like a wave on the beach and slam down at you, Atreus. Oh, I'm sorry. That will be 26 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
Ooh.
It will then take an attack at you, Shariz. That is a 13.
13 will miss.
All right. That will bring up Tiami.
All right, she's gonna try and cast Word of Radiance at it. It's a con save.
All righty. What's the DC?
13.
Rolled an 18.
This can't hit tonight.
Is that an all or nothing as well? All right, Winter, you're up.
All right. Let's slishy slash this sloshy bitch. Except that's not gonna hit because that is a 3 plus 8. But we're gonna try it again. $21.
21 hits.
Blackjack. Woo. $10 damage. And I would like to action surge
Okay.
and attack again.
All righty.
I forgot that I need to stop using this die because it can't tell the difference between 6 and 9 on here.
Just roll another one.
Damn it, that's a 2. A 10's not gonna hit.
10 will not hit. Next attack. You action
right.
surge, so you get 2 attacks.
Oh yeah,
Whoop,
razor
whoop,
rope.
Nice
whoop.
job.
Nat 20!
Awesome.
Okay, so that's the 10 already. Because it's a D10.
Yep.
So that's 17 plus 5.
22.
22 damage. And that is her turn.
All right. That'll bring up Shariz.
Shriz is going to use his movement to step back from the creature so that he is not within 5 feet of it, and then is going to point his trunk and say,
Hold on. Attack of opportunity. That will fail. Okay.
he'll point his trunk and say, "Ancients, rain sacred flame on this elemental." And he's going to cast Sacred Flame. So it's a DC 16 deck save.
That will fail. So what's the damage?
That'll be for 12 damage. It is, I believe, radiant damage? Yes, radiant damage.
All right. Is that your turn?
That'll be Shariz's turn.
That'll bring up Kalira. You're muted, Kalira.
Going to raise her crossbow again, and once again take aim. Firing another sparkly purple bolt out of nowhere. That's 17.
17 hits.
Oh, cool. I wasn't sure that would. At 4 points of damage that time.
All right. Slamming at you, Winter.
Alright,
That is a 22.
that'll hit.
That is 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
Alright.
Second attack is to you as well. Ooh, this dice are on fire.
Can I parry?
What is parry? Read it to me.
When another creature damages you with a melee attack, you can use the reaction to expend 1 superiority die to reduce the damage by the number you roll. +1.
Yeah, you can do that.
Awesome. I got a 5. +1 is 6.
Okay. 32 minus 6.
Ouch!
$26 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
Wait a minute. I skipped Atreus. Sorry about that, Atreus. So, do not take that damage off. That was invalid.
Okay, so yeah, seeing the amount of damage this thing is doing, Atreus says, "Fuck this." Lets the flaming sword dissipate from his hand, and goes wild shape.
Okay.
I choose giant octopus, and
Okay.
so what you all see is Atreus. The flaming sword dissipates from his grip as his hand extends out, and then the fingers lock together, And suckers start to form along the bottom of the arm as the metal wraps up around him, and his form gets much larger as he becomes a large-sized creature, and more tentacles sprout out from him until he is a giant banded metal octopus on the deck. I
Alrighty.
believe that is my turn because that's an action, and I have a bonus action that works with that.
All right. Now it's the elemental's turn. It is going to flash at you or slam at you, Winter. 18 to hit.
That will hit.
12 points of bludgeoning damage. Second one is a dirty 20.
That will hit.
20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Alright, I need to uncheck that parry then.
Yes. Kalira, your
Yes.
passive perception is high enough. You feel something coming behind you.
Uh-oh. She will definitely turn to look.
You will see another one of these creatures coming up the steps from the captain's quarters.
Does she have time to call out that there's another one?
I'll allow that.
There's another one.
All right, Tiami.
Oh, sugar pie. So Tiami is going to run up to Winter and use her channel divinity to do Balm of Peace to get 2d6 plus 2 hit points back. So 7 hit points back. Not much, but it's something. I was gonna do it to Atreus until he wild shaped, so.
All right. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
All right, Winter, you're up.
Alright. Come on. Big money, no whammy, stop. That is a 17.
That'll hit.
Yay! Ooh. 12 damage. And again. Hold on, I need to count that again. 21.
That'll hit.
$11 damage. And that is her turn.
All right. Shariz.
Shariz will then whip his head around and point his trunk at the new elemental that's just come up onto the deck, and again shouting, "Ancients, cast a sacred flame upon this thing!" And sacred flame, DC 16.
I rolled a nat 20.
Ding. It doesn't do anything though.
All right. Kalira.
She's going to try to back up from this thing. I know that in reality that means likely an opportunity attack, but she'd be panicky and trying to back away from it.
All right. It will miss. Unless a 6 hits her.
6 does not hit her. So she will back up and then take aim with her crossbow and fire a bolt. That's an unnatural 20.
That will hit.
Six points of damage.
All right. Is that your turn?
That's her turn.
All right, Atreus.
All right. Atreus yells in octopus, so no one else understands this, but yells, "Hentai, bitch!" And then is going to go for a giant tentacle attack. 18 to hit.
18 hits.
For 11 plus 3, 14 points of bludgeoning.
Alrighty.
And the target is grappled.
It cannot be grappled.
Okay. Fair
That's
enough.
one of its immunities.
All right. Okay, so yeah, I don't know how that works. All right, quick rules question because this is weird. I shifted before I wild shaped, which means that technically I have a bonus action attack with my claws because I'm more feral than usual.
I'll allow it.
Okay. We'll call it a beak attack. I'll attack with a giant octopus beak.
We'll call it a beak attack. I'll research it and we'll make an official ruling.
Yeah. I mean, all right, technically I'm a long fang, so it is a bite attack, but yeah. 14 plus 3 is a 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
That's a 1d6. That is 2 points of piercing damage.
All right. It is their turn. Number 2. Let me label these here. Will surge forward. I need Kalira, Tiami, and Winter to please make strength saving throws. All right. Kalira,
3.
you will take 16 points of bludgeoning damage. You are inside the creature and unable to breathe. Tiami,
5.
16 points of bludgeoning damage. You're inside the creature and unable to breathe. Winter,
9.
16 points of bludgeoning damage. You are inside the creature and unable to breathe.
I almost put 9 in the damage instead of 16.
As you are being held, number 1 is going to use this as a way to attack you, Winter. Since you are grappled, it gets advantage. $13 to hit.
Oh, thank God, no.
Second attack. $14 to hit.
No.
All right.
Ooh.
That'll bring up Yami.
Yeah, can I try to get out or no?
At the end of your turn, you can try to get out. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, no, I got nothing but bludgeoning weapons, which are going to do nothing, and all my spells have vocal components, so...
All right. Give me a strength saving throw.
Yeah, no. That was a 7.
You are still... All right. Winter.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and get out.
All right. Strength saving throw.
Motherfuck. It's another 9.
Nope. Sure is.
Chris is going to use his movement to go around the first elemental, or elemental number 2, in a way so that he can then attempt to try and grab Kalira out of the creature.
All right. This will be opposed athletics. It got a 23.
Ah, damn, beat me. I got 20.
All right. Is that your turn?
That'll be my turn.
All right. Kalira.
If I use an action, do I still get to make my strength save, or would it be
Yes.
strength save only? Okay. To see what will happen, because she doesn't have to load it, she's going to point her crossbow toward the ground so it's not pointing at any of her friends, and fire.
All right. Roll an attack with disadvantage.
That's what I figured it would be. Because I definitely said that's less than 5 feet, or less than 10 feet. 12.
Nope.
Yeah. That's what I figured.
So strength saving throw to try to get free.
15.
You are free.
That's incredible. I have a +0 in strength.
I have a +7.
All right, Atreus.
All right. Tentacle attack for the win. Oh, that's good. That's 19 plus 5 is 24.
That'll hit.
For 9 points of bludgeoning.
All righty.
And second attack. It's not going to hit. Beak attack misses.
All right. Water elemental number 1 will attack at you, Atreus.
Okay.
First attack will miss. Second attack. 12.
No.
All right. Number 2 is attacking at you, Shariz. 15.
That will miss.
22.
That will hit.
16 points of bludgeoning damage. And looking at the time, this is where we hit pause.
Son of a... You bastard!
Here, here.
So, we need to take note of everybody's hit points. Atreus, you're in the giant octopus.
Yeah, and the giant octopus has taken no damage so far.
So how many hit points does it have?
52.
And how many do
Atreus'
you
real
have?
body is at 23.
Kalira?
Sorry. Kalira is at 39.
Shariz?
Shariz is at 33.
Tiami?
44.
And Winter.
36.
When we return, it will be Tiami's turn. Initiative order is Shariz, Kalira, Atreus, the monsters, Tiami, and Winter. All right. Hell of a place to pause. But it is what it is. So, What'd you guys think?
I like a good murder mystery.
This is not where I was expecting the murder mystery to go.
I had a bad feeling it was a creature.
We kept coming up, like, I thought it was a water elemental or something like that, but Tammy had no clue.
I want to know what the cog is.
Pork pie.
Oh, okay. Okay. Pork pie is just hanging out like you guys are stupid. That thing's big.
Big and wet.
I hope you all enjoyed. I hope it was mystery enough.
It was. No, it was good.
Yeah.
I don't do mystery well, so
No, I was stumped. I was like, I usually am really good at mysteries, and I was like, I got nothing.
let's remind people who we are, where they can find us, and let's get the hell out of here.
Hi everyone, I'm Alice, the voice of Winter, and you can find me on Twitter at CapandCuppyCake.
Hi, everybody. I'm Christina, the voice of Tiami, and you can find me on Twitter at TiaMorskaSkula.
Hi everyone, it's me, Patrick, the voice of Shariz, and you can find me on Twitter at PeculiarPatrick.
Hey everybody, I'm Ren Matley, the voice of Kalira, and you can find me over on Twitter at Ren_Matley.
Hi gamers, I'm still Lot Clark, and I play Atreus Ironclaw, and you can find me on the Book of Faces and the Twitter Patients at Lock Unruly. That's Lock with an H.
And I'm Tier the DM, world's OKS DM. Have the shirt to prove it. And you can find me on Twitter at Tier_the_DM. Want to thank you all for tuning in. And just a reminder, guys, that when times get tough and dark, lean on those that you love. Let them be a source of strength until you're strong enough to be that for someone else. Remember that love and inclusion are the torches that light a path to a better tomorrow. Come join us and be torchbearers. And until next time, live a life to make yourself proud. We love you guys.